pocket for me?
Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make.
Yo, I got a lot of shit to say, so I'ma do this every day. I'll be writing things until I'm fucking buried in my grave.
Hello. Hey, welcome. Let me get the AFG set up with a mod. Poker game started at 11:30, but it's a 1 hour late entry, so we'll be good on that. How's everybody tonight? Let me play this in the background. This is egregious.
Can you put your hands out of your pocket for me? No, you're good.
Why do you pay?
No. Hey, I need you to come back over here and talk to me, though.
I don't care if you want to talk to us or not.
Okay. So you're just going to keep me out in the cold?
I will.
I'm not talking to you without an attorney present.
Put your hands behind your back.
Halloween night.
Hey, Bob. Are you Nathan? Is your name Nathan? Hey, so your wife wanted us to check on you.
My wife?
Yeah. Are you going through something?
Yeah, but...
Can you put your hands out of your pocket for me? No, you're good.
Why do you pay?
No. Hey, I need you to come back over here and talk to me, though. That's a order. Hey. Sir?
Yes or no?
Sir? I'm just trying to... Listen, we're just doing a welfare check on you.
Yes, I might be detained. Yes or no?
Not right now. I need to talk to you.
Gotta get back to work.
Welcome back to the Lackluster channel. During a lunch break at work, Nate had an argument with what was described as a vindictive woman, his ex-wife. After the argument, she called 911 and is alleged to have made a false claim that Nate was suicidal. Nate did the right thing and asked if he was detained. Twice, he was told that he wasn't and walked away, as he wanted no part of a consensual conversation with law enforcement. Officer Johnson turned to walk back to her cruiser, but Sergeant Williams of the Stuttgart Police Department, determined to be the hero, now demanded Nate to return.
He don't want to talk.
Well, it doesn't matter. Hey, come here. Come here. Well, it's not wasting your time. Right now, you're detained. We're here lawfully. We got a call about you. So what's going on?
Detained for what?
Well, if you're suicidal, that is a crime.
It's a crime to be suicidal?
It is.
Well, I'm not suicidal, so...
Well, that's not what we got.
Well, that's
Do you have your ID on you?
Nope.
Sergeant Williams is dead wrong. Ending your own time on Earth is no longer considered a crime in the United States. However, displaying or projecting the intention to act can give the officers ground to initiate a 72-hour hold. This usually involves a psychiatric emergency team made up of approved clinicians from the Department of Health, and until their arrival or determination, that person can be held against their will. But Nate hasn't exhibited any signs, or said anything that would lead the officers to believe that he was in danger of himself. Instead, they are acting on the words relayed to them through dispatch of a woman that is alleged to have called in after an argument. Based on that third-party 911 call, the officers have no authority to detain or identify Nate.
I'm not suicidal, so...
Well, that's not what we got.
Well, that's...
Do you have your ID on you?
Nope.
You're going to go to jail. Walk away.
Didn't take me to jail.
If you walk away from me, you're going to jail.
Really?
Yes. Obstruction. So keep arguing.
I'm being detained for what?
We got a call. We're here to talk to you. I don't care if you want to talk to us or not.
Okay. So So you're just gonna keep me out in the cold?
I will.
Sergeant William appears to only be LARPing as a defender of constitutional rights, as immediately after Nate invoked his right to remain silent, he is placed under arrest.
I don't care if you want to talk to us or not.
Okay. So you're just gonna keep me out in the cold?
I will. So what is going on?
I'm not talking to you without an attorney present.
That's fine. Go ahead and turn around and put your hands behind your back. Right now you're being detained.
Oh, well, you can detain me without handcuffs.
I can detain you with handcuffs.
It's not a word. Fucking clock.
Well, you wanted this route. Okay.
Alright.
Come on.
Clock, bitch. Motherfucker.
All right. Turn around. Spread your feet. Do you have anything that's going to poke, stick, or stab me?
Oh,
Do you know?
probably.
Okay.
If there is anything,
Fucking idiots.
please let us know.
Shit's infuriating.
And
That's fine, because if anything does cut me, that's a charge.
Really?
Really?
You know? It might be in there,
That's
and it might.
Well, they do anyway.
Sorry, why are you
JC.
searching me?
That's what's fucked up.
Well,
Why are you?
They do anyway.
This is more than safe.
yes, it is.
It's like you're arresting me.
At this point, yes, you are under arrest. Obstruction.
Obviously not obstructing you.
You obviously were.
Okay.
Because when you walk away from us, when we're here legally, and you were detained, that is obstruction.
Now would be the moment for the mysteriously always absent good cop to step forward and correct the situation, even if it meant going against their own sergeant. Both female officers heard Nate ask if he was detained, to which Officer Johnson replied,
Am I being detained?
no,
in fact, that happened twice.
Am I being detained? Yes or no?
not right now. I need to talk to you.
Let me get back to work.
But Officer Mayhorn and Johnson both remained silent, freely allowing the arbitrary and egregious violation of Nate's civil rights. And during the unlawful search of his person, they aid in further infringements.
Walk away from me.
You were 100% walking away from them.
At first. Hold down was the tank. On your body cam.
That's fine.
Sorry, you're just violating my fucking rights.
Well, there's no violation of rights when you're under arrest.
The arrest is a false arrest.
Okay.
During the
I'm
unlawful search, they found non-narcotic blood pressure pills that belonged to his father-in-law, who happens to live with Nate.
Are you done?
I'm not done.
Just take me to fucking jail, you fucking twat.
Go ahead and put him in your car. Have a seat. You know, people realize if all they gotta do is cooperate and this will go a lot smoother.
Did you see anything in the car? I was just looking into it.
So,
Not much.
Did you ever even hear his door? That's blood pressure. That's what
Who
it was
is-
like, but I didn't. Okay.
who's didn't
Not him.
definitely not him.
Definitely not. What the heck is that in there? I didn't pull him out to.
We'll find out.
I could have pulled out. Let me go.
Later, the 911 caller would claim that Nate must have taken the pills from their home. The officers used this statement as probable cause for theft and never asked the owner of the medication about them. Nate was also charged with obstruction, though nothing Nate did would be considered obstruction in any jurisdiction in the United States. Instead, it appears he was arrested for refusing to answer questions.
So what is going on?
I'm not talking to you without an attorney present.
That's fine. Go ahead and turn around and put your hands behind your back.
Before the officers leave, Officer Johnson made sure to badmouth
Oh, you were in
Nate
this game
to his
already?
employers.
We came over here to do a welfare check.
Oh, wow,
on,
dirty.
Nathan.
Damn, he's got 30K.
I don't have his driver's license. Hold on. He drives a Prius with a rack.
Camera go. Okay.
Okay, he's been arrested.
Oh.
Okay, so we came over here to do a welfare check. His wife said that he's been threatening to kill himself, that she's been trying to beg him to come home.
I knew there was something wrong with it. The last couple of days of the project, he was off.
So
Guys need to shut the fuck up.
he was walking away
about
from
him.
his car whenever he pulled up. And I asked the other officer, "Did you know, is that him?" She was like, "I never even saw that person." So I did my little whoop whoop at him, ignored it, did it 2 more times. He looked back and kept on walking, refused to talk to me.
My little
You know,
whoop whoop.
"Hey, I need to know if you're okay. I ain't got to talk to you." Walks off. So he's going to jail.
For what?
I don't know what you want to do with this car out there.
Oh, I mean, honestly, I hate to see dudes stuff go to get impounded and stuff. I hate to see him get
Well,
stuck.
we're not going to tow it because we never actually physically saw him inside the car.
Okay.
So we didn't search his car. We don't know what's in it. We know he had a box cutter that's probably from working up in here.
Yeah.
But I think we're just going to get him with obstruction just because he wouldn't like sit there and talk to us. Didn't want to give us his ID.
Oh, yeah,
You know, we already knew who he was, but
Stuff happens. It's understandable.
You gotta do what you gotta do, so.
apparently he has a history of like mental health issues, and he had medication in his pocket that didn't have his name on the bottle. It was,
What
like,
the
Daniel
fuck?
F something.
They're telling
I don't
them
know.
his
I'll
employees.
contact Ryan, my boss, and let him know so they can see somebody else out here.
But yeah, he's
Well, he's probably
on
gonna
his way
lose his
to do
job
this.
because of
He's
what
not very
these
happy.
fucking pigs were saying.
And I'm sorry, but I thought y'all should know since he was supposed to be coming back to
I
work.
thought y'all should know.
And I'm sorry I broke in here through your door. I'll close it back whenever I leave. No. You know, I was actually surprised that I had the muscle power to even open it.
Ultimately, Nate was fired. Since then, all charges have been dropped, as Nate never did anything wrong, and the officers lacked probable cause of any crime to make a valid arrest or detention. He now plans to file a lawsuit, and we are actively seeking an attorney in Arkansas that would like to take an easy win. Email me if that's you. Otherwise, let me know what you think of the interaction. The unedited videos can be found in the links below. And if you enjoyed today's video, be sure to subscribe and hit the like button, and check out another one of my publications linked on screen.
Yeah, way to help a suicide guy. You ain't joking, man. What a bunch of helpers there. Yeah. Exactly what Dirty said. This is actually pretty good here.
Canada has not only done blackface, he's done it like 15 times.
Damn, really?
This is the Prime Minister. This is the worst one.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
The chasm between white and black Americans is growing wider with each passing day. Our views, culture, general outlook on life are so different that even living in the same community
blood draw, and they put her in handcuffs for an hour. I think she won a couple hundred G's.
You gonna do your bid? You good?
What are you gonna do? You're gonna make me
You
look
got
like
a
a
queen?
negative Drake or something?
Yeah, you put my eyes on you. I can clean it up.
All right. Okay.
Man, go get cleaned up, man.
Well, I asked him earlier, said he was too busy.
No, you was at that time.
Okay.
Man, you better come on and chill out. Some people,
We don't. White people don't get their hair done like this.
I do. I got a
Well, most
badass
people,
Mexican barber.
from my estimation, most people are afraid of the backlash that's just gonna come with it if you get it wrong.
Yeah.
You know, whereas, I think you have the room to be wrong if you don't know, but who's to say that you're wrong? Like I said,
Yeah. Homeboy got a strike for playing Jones Plantation on YouTube. I got one on Rumble too. But you can get 6 strikes on Rumble.
one of the things I agree with you with was, so what you're saying is, so for all this time that this has been correct, now this short amount of time, everybody's got to change on the dime.
Yeah.
And come to the other side. That's gonna be hard.
Yeah.
That's gonna be hard to change people's mind. I'm a he and a her. That's it. That's about all I got.
Yeah, I know.
If that offends you, I can call you by your names, but that's
yeah,
it.
exactly. Look, I think they always try and misconstrue it, right? We're talking about like the divide and conquer from the media. It's like, look, just because I think that male and female is a thing, doesn't mean I hate you. Doesn't mean I hate you, but you can't restructure society and not replace it with anything. Like, they don't have an answer. It's like, so how many genders are there? Well, I don't know. Well, how many can we put on a driver's license? Well, I don't know. Well, how many pronouns do I have to learn? Well, I don't know, whatever someone wants. Well, that's stupid.
But now you got to go to each individual person and preface everything with what's your pronoun.
Yeah.
Hey, instead of just, hey, Ted, what's your name? Hey, guy, what's your name? It's way too much. And, society has villainized anybody that doesn't.
Villainized?
If you don't sway with the alphabet community, you're gonna catch the wrath. If it's possible.
Well, look what happened with Dave Chappelle. When they came after him, and then he doubled down, which
it is
made him a
anti-censorship. Hey, I agree with catching the strike. That is their IP. Okay, you had to pay for it. So, and I played it for free to about 50 people. So, when those 50 people could have just clicked on the link and paid to watch it themselves. So, I get it. No, it's his property. I apologize. I sent him an email apologizing, actually. I didn't dispute it.
Basically.
Yeah, and he was independent enough and independently wealthy enough to where you can't stop my money. See,
Right.
that's the thing. If you're attached to anything where they can cut you off, that's the
production company is Drew Media, I think, and they didn't respond to my email, but they shouldn't have to.
power they have over.
Yeah.
But if you're independent of that, if you can't take my bread away, you get a little more freedom and a little more leeway to kind of operate like that.
Yeah. Well, he experienced that. That was kind of new, right? Where the LGBT, like, they came for.
Oh yeah.
Now I was gonna buy it, and now I'm not. But there's that.
Came for a black celebrity.
And a big celebrity.
Yeah.
And a big one at that.
But he had people standing up for him.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Oh, and he had alphabet community people standing up for him.
Oh yeah, one of his best friends that passed away.
You're trying to impose way too much upon people.
Oh yeah.
When you abuse or mistreat somebody, that's one thing. But things that people don't know or don't understand, you have to give people room to grow to that understanding. And even if they never do understand, you got to find a common ground where you can at least get along.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. A lot of people don't realize they don't like my booking agent. He's a gay Cuban, and you would think if you didn't know, like, super gay, the most homophobic motherfucker you've ever met in your life. Just because he'll be like, these trans people are out of there. I watched him. I swear to you. We were at a steakhouse right here, and he's gay. He's there with his boyfriend. He's against gay marriage and he's gay, but it's just really, he's like, well, I just don't understand. Like, I'm just gay. Why do I want to get married? It's like they're pissing me off. I'm like, William, you can't say that. He's like, no, you can't say that. Only I can say that. But he was sitting there. He had 2 drinks in, and the server was a white woman. She goes, I don't really understand the whole the new gender queer, like pansexual. And she's asking him because he's gay. So she thinks he knows. And he's gay Cuban guy. And he just looks at her and he goes, they're all murderers. I'm like, wow. Whoa, William, he's like, I'm just telling you, having lived in these, used to be drag queens were funny. We did drag queen shows. He's like, we weren't doing it in libraries with children. He's like, this has gone way too f***ing far. And he loses his mind. He loses his mind. But not all gay and lesbian people are on board with all of this. That's the thing, too. They're not represented.
Right, it's never absolute. It's never absolute, but the squeaky wheel get to all. So, you know, if you get enough loud ones that are on that side, they kind of drown out the ones that are, you know, a little more sensible, a little more amenable to other people's ideas.
Yeah, you would think it's one of those things where there's a real disconnect, like kind of like you were talking about in the military, like people who are, you know, people with pens versus people with guns. There's a real disconnect between elites in power and the average American citizen.
Oh, there's a huge disconnect.
Yeah.
You put a bridge between that. You put a whole bridge up.
Sorry, I can't hear you. I got the raise. What was that?
I was saying I didn't hear you.
I was saying there's a real difference between the elites in power and the average American citizen.
Oh, absolutely.
Like they try and make it seem like either, you know, it's like roots with gay dudes or you're pro-LGBT. It's like, no, hold on, there's a middle ground where a lot of people are like, no, do whatever you want, that's fine, but you can't just say they're limitless genders and then in Canada they'll fine you for hate speech if you use the wrong pronouns.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh yeah. I have a friend, you know, this is why I come from background as a comic, a friend in Canada who was fined for a joke.
For a joke?
For a joke.
Yeah. So the freedom of speech doesn't extend to Canada the same way it does here?
No, not at all. And it wasn't even a racist joke, or it's not that would make it acceptable. It wasn't racist, it wasn't sexist, it wasn't homophobic. It was a joke about a kid from a Make-A-Wish.
It is awesome. I still have it on I believe D Live. They're the only ones that didn't really get me. Kick even deleted it.
Wish Foundation, who he was like on their version of American Idol, and what happened is, you know, everyone supported this kid. So I'm butchering the joke because I don't remember it, but he literally got fined, put before a human rights tribunal. His joke was like, okay, we all supported this kid, we all wanted him to be on Canadian Idol, and the kid was awful, right? But it was like a Make-A-Wish thing. He's like, and so we did it, we supported it, we voted for him. But now this has gone on 5 years, and he just, like, he still won't die.
Man.
That was But it turns out the kid's mom lied about what he had later on.
Wow. So, like that girl,
that was their way to get in.
Like the girl that, the girl that her mom
The
made up all
Munchausen
the
proxy thing? Yeah. It's called, like, Munchausen by proxy.
Yeah.
Rose Blanchard.
Yeah. The gypsy girl.
Oh, yeah. He was fined for that joke, and the mom was like, this caused unbelief.
They had people donating so much stuff, man. They was making money hand over fist.
Yeah, it's
I didn't know Canada. That's interesting. I didn't know Canada didn't have that level of freedom.
Oh, no country outside of the U.S. does. There's not a country that has freedom of speech enshrined in the country. And, of course, it's limited here now, too. Like, it's not... That's the problem. We really don't have
with consequences. You can say what you want, but the consequences that come with it, can you deal with that?
No, I don't even think you can say what you want anymore. Like, when you actually have the government, you know, telling Spotify to take off Joe Rogan, like, that's... To me, that's pretty corrupt. Like, you're not even free to say what you want anymore if it's the wrong opinion.
It's high-level censorship.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, it's where the line blurs between what you want and what hurts somebody else.
Right.
Like, and there's a responsibility in the person that's saying something to be able to, you know, be cognizant of how what you're saying has an impact, period.
Oh, wow, look at that. Yeah, I get it. What is that, a weight cleaner? I look less homeless. Nice, thank you, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, let me know.
But you don't have the freedom of speech. Like you said, you got to deal with the consequences right after. But when did the world become so damn sensitive?
Everybody got a different level of playing, right?
Right.
Everybody finds a different level of what's playful. To some people, playful is I'm gonna walk behind you and I'm gonna kick your feet and make you trip over yourself. Ha, that's playful. And to another dude like Dwight Howard, maybe playful is trying to, playfully grab your genitals. Some dudes don't play like that. And everybody don't play the same.
I don't think
What? I didn't hear this the first time I watched this.
I think those are sex offenders. I don't think that.
Everybody don't play the
It's
same.
like, oh, this is the old grab my balls game. No.
I mean, Dwight played the game, I guess,
Inside the house, but anytime y'all out in public,
Yeah. No, but the problem, like, you use Dave Chappelle as an example. okay, it's one thing you don't like what he says, right?
Right.
Don't go see him.
Right.
It's another thing when you're trying to tell venues that they can't host him when other people want to see him.
Right.
Like, he's one of the.
Well, and
he's
then
one
on
of the
top
best
of
ever.
that, you got to factor in that the whole foundation is that his art form is based in being just that.
Yeah.
Like that is his art form. Now you're trying to tell him he can't practice his art.
Yeah.
Because that is his art.
Going to the layers.
Yeah, exactly.
Going to the edge.
That's exactly what the art form is.
Yeah.
That's what comedy is.
Yeah, no, that was really one of those issues. Like, he lost some venues, and it's just, the thing about it's just absolutely. Go here. I guess I'll sit here. It's crazy, but there aren't many people who could. Here's the thing: for every Dave Chappelle you see, right, who's able to do it, like you said, because he's independent, there's 20, 30, 200 more who are just getting started.
Yeah.
And they get absolutely shut down where they can never build a career because someone
Hey,
says,
Brandon.
no, you said that. You're not allowed to be at the party.
I mean, look at Kevin Hart and the Oscars.
Yeah, because he made a gay joke 8
Sure.
years ago.
What shirt?
Yeah, I know. Well, I guess they really showed him.
You see what this one says?
It's like, he's like the richest comedian on earth now. That guy is constantly working. My God. I don't even know how that guy is walking upright at
His
this
money
point.
allowed him to save himself.
How many times did Cat Williams get arrested? Was it like 400 times in 82 months?
Hey, he said arrest but no conviction.
I've been arrested many times,
Yeah.
but I've never been
You ain't never
Guilty for what?
seen him. Oh, this motherfucker doing a Cat Williams over here thinking he's the only one. Gotta keep your pimp hand strong, motherfucker.
He got never been convicted.
Shaving that man's head with my bent back paper clips and shit. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he said he'd never been in court.
Isn't he coming to Windstar soon? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm straight.
Remember that video of him getting choked out by a 14-year-old?
Yes, sir. At playing soccer.
Oh my God. That was.
playing soccer. He was playing soccer.
Yeah.
About a 12-year-old.
I know, that was tough.
My man boy. he said it was a man boy.
That was tough to watch, though, man. I felt bad for him. You're like, this guy must be having a rough time if he's getting choked out by a 12-year-old. I mean, you've had to make some bad decisions to end up in that position right there. Like,
Absolutely.
to ask some questions, but no, they went after him a lot.
GG, guys.
He lost his opportunity. Kevin Hart got the turn that was actually his.
Dirty's killing it,
It was
guys.
his time to be that guy.
Yeah.
But because of the trouble, Kevin Hart
Now he does
was
do a
able to
good
step
Cat
in and
Williams.
Take all of those opportunities, parlay him into what he
Oh,
is,
no
not
worries,
what he
man.
did it to himself. So,
Yeah.
so he's done well for himself, but like you said, Kevin Hart making money hand over fist.
I mean, could you imagine if like Pryor were coming up today? Can you imagine? Like, there's no that guy would get in trouble immediately.
Yeah,
He said he's the best ever in my
The
opinion.
conversation wouldn't be able to, he wouldn't be able to tell the same level as Joe.
He's the best ever. It wouldn't be Richard Pryor. Wouldn't be
You can't
Richard
be
Pryor. It
defensive.
wasn't for Red Pryor.
I know it wouldn't be Richard Pryor, but you know Eddie Murphy wouldn't be Eddie Murphy if not for Richard Pryor. Dave Chappelle wouldn't be Dave Chappelle. But as far as
Red Pryor is the one that put all these down.
yeah. No, I know. But
You can't offend anyone. That's the problem. Some voices probably should be like, I ain't gonna say shut down, but like some stuff you just really don't want to hear. Like I don't never want to hear Sexy Red again.
hear what?
Sexy Red. You ever heard of Sexy Red?
Who's Sexy Red?
Do your homework.
I ain't know who that
Waste about 15 minutes of your time and do your homework.
Sexy Red.
She's a young rapper.
Oh, no, I do know Sexy Red. So I was still thinking of comedians. When it was a comedian,
No.
he was saying Red Fox. I was like, is this like a new Red Fox? Sexy Red?
Everybody's freedom don't need to be free.
Yeah.
That's just it. Everybody's freedom don't need to be free.
Well, they can say it, but the problem is...
but
Like, the problem is you have people who amplify, like the people who try and suppress a voice like Chappelle,
Oh, I
and
love
they amplify a
Fire.
voice like whatever it is. It could be Sexy Red or, f***ing Cardi B, whatever it is. You're like, oh no, this is... I mean, the fat pride thing is a big thing now, too.
I saw
we have a
a
health
clip of
problem
it,
in
yeah.
America, and then we're like, no, you can't say doctors are not allowed to say you're obese.
you don't want to body shame anymore.
Do you want a body shame? Yeah.
Which I don't even. What was that term?
Body shame?
Yeah.
That was invented by fat white women in like 2018.
That's real talk.
She lost an argument with her husband, and she was about to be checkmated. She was like, "Are you body shaming me?"
That's real talk right there. That's where that came from, man.
Yeah.
Once again, if somebody's able to attach a level of offensiveness to any conversation that you have, they put you in peril of being ostracized and alienated.
Well, I got sued by one of those fat models. Yeah, because the problem is she was out there saying, like, this is healthy. I said, no, your blood type's pudding, bitch. Like, that's not healthy. And she said it caused her irreparable damage mentally. I'm like, no, what's causing irreparable damage is your liver right now trying to keep up with the enzymes that are flowing through your, like, it's one thing to be overweight, right? We all agree, don't just beat the shit out of us or make fun of someone because they're struggling with their weight. It's another thing to tell everyone, no, you have to say that everybody is beautiful and healthy. That's a lie. That's the problem. The problem is the lie.
Yeah. People attach so much of their own feeling to what everybody else is supposed to feel.
Yeah.
I think that's what, and once again, for anybody that's obese or whatever, if that's truly how you feel, as long as nobody's exacting any punishment upon you, they should be able to feel how they feel about that. Now, I don't have the right to insult you or badger you over that, but I also don't have to go along with you saying that this is healthy and this is, that's if that's your measure of beauty, so be it.
Yeah, there are plenty of chubby chasers.
You can't put that upon anybody else.
Yeah, but now the problem is, we have, like, it's also a problem, too, when you're paying, right? Your taxes pay for healthcare. Like, we have a strange system, So, and this is not a new thing. Okay, you'll hear women often say, like, oh, you don't have to deal with the unrealistic beauty standards. Men, only women. I go, hold on a second, name me one fat pride male model. One.
Y'all have shown him.
And they go, oh, Chris Farley. I go, these were comedians. They were hilarious. They weren't considered sexy. They had to be talented. Like, no one said. So I actually, here in Dallas, when I was starting up, I opened up for Bruce. You guys know him?
Yeah, Bruce. Yeah.
It was Bruce, black boy with 2 eyes, and me. I want to talk about eating shit on stage? 19-year-old white me opening up for Black Boy and Bruce. But that guy was huge, and he would joke about it. And it's like, no one's going to go up and make fun of him for being fat, but he's also not saying, I'm a sex symbol.
Right.
Like, it's two different things. That's the issue.
Exactly. But Bruce did say, I used to knock him down with that boy. Granddaddy, can I have that?
Oh, my God. Dude, I used to piss myself laughing.
Trav, he helped the granddaddy get out the tub. Granddaddy, can I have that? Boy, I used to knock him down with that.
Yeah, it was an experience, man. It was a trip. Like, it was back in MySpace. I won a MySpace comedy contest, and the prize was to open.
That's how you got to open?
That one, yeah. And they were like, you get to open for Bruce. And I was like, oh, and they're like, you have to pay for your plane ticket. And I was like, well, I don't have, like, usually I get paid to open up for somebody, but I wanted to because, like, a big audience at that time.
Absolutely.
And I didn't know he came out with, like, an entourage, like he was a fighter. You ever seen him live?
Yeah, I saw him at the Improv here, yeah.
In Addison? Yeah. So, like, he has, like, the lights, and he comes out with, like, his whole crew, and he walks out slowly. So I was like, that's not something. I was like, hey, Bruce. And then he's nowhere. And the music starts. I'm like, hey, Bruce, ladies and gentlemen. And then he comes out of the back room, and he just looks at me, and he starts walking up slowly. And I'm like, hey, keep it going, Bruce. And I was standing on stage. I had no idea he was going to do it. And boy, when he got to that stage, you could hear, like, it was like thunder. People love that man.
He's one of the few comedians I've seen. He was funny from the very beginning.
Yeah.
The whole entire time until he left, he was funny.
I thought I did already.
Yeah. A lot of times you'll get a lull in the set.
Yeah.
He was funny the whole time.
You ain't seen when he hosted Def Comedy Jam when they taped in New Orleans?
That was
I
may have seen that.
That wasn't Def Comedy Jam. That was the one that was on BET.
Well, which one was that?
There was
I went to the tapings too.
I went to the tapings too. Yeah, I was in New Orleans and my cousin.
Yeah, it was in New Orleans. Yeah, it was at the Orpheum.
Neck and neck, guys.
Comic View.
It was at the Orpheum Theater.
Yep. So we was there at the same time.
That was
Yeah. Yeah.
How many days?
I don't get on the
a
road
month
as much.
do you-
I mean, doing the show every day, so it's kind of like it's comedy, but it's not stand-up comedy. But yeah,
So you film this? You do some of this you do this every day?
So I'm usually in the studio every day, like doing stuff. So it's kind of like a middle ground between like a late night show and I guess sort of podcast. It's a hybrid, but then we do this stuff on location, and it's a mix where a big part of this, honestly, is I was in also traditional media for a long time. So like I'd be on Fox News and CNN and all these different places. And what you saw, the Change My Mind thing, I pitched that to all the networks. And they said, no one's going to want to sit and watch just like two normal people talk for an hour and not be edited. And I said, well, we're sitting here talking and you guys give us 4 minutes and you want us to hit talking points. Like there's nothing productive. I said, I think people will watch it. And they said, absolutely not. So I went and did it and it worked. Turns out people wanted to see real interactions. And once you get out of the media bubble, you realize that most people share a lot more in common than they have that's different. And it's a house of cards.
And I think you had a good idea because
What do you guys want to watch
in a
next?
4-minute segment, you're hitting the surface for people.
Right.
You get somebody 11 minutes, 18 minutes, then you really start hearing how they feel and what they.
Yeah.
That's what I got from you. When you talk to those people, and like I said, the lady Madison, she stood out to me because I remember you telling her, look, we've been talking almost 30 minutes. You could tell she was really speaking, because at first it was cool. She was kind of surface level with it. I think this, I think this. But by the time y'all got going, she was like, well, look, I don't believe in it. You could really get an opportunity to hear how people actually feel.
Yeah.
People gonna give you their representative first, then you get to be creative.
Yeah. The problem that you run into, if I'm remembering Madison's the right person, is culturally, like white women, if they yell and they shout at you, they think they win. Because a lot of like dudes just like, okay, they get browbeaten, like, all right, I don't want to upset her because they don't want to be accused of being sexist or,
Oh, absolutely. As a black man, I totally understand. That's the last thing you want to be somewhere publicly with a white woman. Yeah. That's the last thing you want.
Yeah. Hey, as a white guy too.
So you definitely don't want to be on the wrong end of that.
Well, because it's like, if you see a black woman yelling at a black man or even a white man, you're like, oh, he probably said some shit. Like, he probably did something. But if it's a white woman, she's like screaming rape. Yeah, no. That's a real problem, too.
That's the nature of what we do. We're conditioned to just react to stuff instantly.
Yeah. Yeah.
A lot of that conditioning comes through environments we were raised in or stuff that we, brought in as entertainment throughout our lives or whatever, or just, like I said, just whatever factors that created the environment we were in growing up.
I know, and it's like if you just say, let's say there's a mass shooting or whatever it is, a tragedy, and if you just say, hey, hold on, let's just wait a minute for some information.
Right.
They go, what? You don't care about the dead kids? Like, no, I do. I'm just saying, when have we ever made good decisions without just waiting, like just reacting immediately? You never make good decisions that way, right? But we're conditioned, like you're saying.
We're conditioned to just react.
Yeah. You need a new click. You need a new reel. So I was raised in Montreal. Have you spent any time in Canada?
Never been, man. That's somewhere I like to visit. I've never been to Canada.
Don't. Don't. It's a stupid place.
Man, I heard Toronto was nice.
Okay, have you guys seen our Prime Minister?
No, I don't even know who the Prime Minister of Canada is.
This gets good now.
Do you guys not know, he didn't just do blackface. Have you seen this?
You said what?
The Prime Minister of Canada has not only done blackface, he's done it like 15 times.
Damn, really?
He don't give a damn.
No, he just it's just because he has the right opinion. Like, he would go to sports games and paint his arms and legs black.
He went all the way in?
Yeah. But now he says oh, I support the lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, two-spirited community. He's just Mr. Progressive. So everyone's like, oh, that's fine. He did blackface 50, so many times.
Man, I didn't know that.
Oh, he's a piece of shit. Oh my gosh. Justin Trudeau is the biggest piece of shit. Canada has a lot of beauty, but
I never pay attention.
Oh, yeah. Okay, here we go. Do we have it? This is the Prime Minister. This is the worst one. Yeah, I'll show. He's doing exactly what you think he's doing, but think he better not be doing.
together. You can get the hands.
Yeah.
He was black.
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, that's just one. Oh, yeah.
I think he was playing like he was at a football game. Or he portrayed, he's actually trying to imitate a black man.
Oh, yeah. So, okay, here's a perfect example, like context over content. We were doing a show live at U of M. So it's a big theater, like 2,500 people. And you know, it's right on the border of Canada. And so this guy's done blackface like 15 times, right? But a lot of people don't know it. So you need to raise awareness. So what we did was we said, hey, we have some guests here, and we had celebrities, and we said, and we have the Prime Minister of Canada in the audience. And it was just a dude in horrible blackface. And people are like, what's that? And then we show the clip. So the joke is not blackface. The joke is the Prime Minister is in blackface. And that's the kind of thing where people could say, well, hold on a second, you're doing blackface. No, we're mocking the guy who you just saw doing blackface. Right. Because people should know that shit.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but sometimes the joke becomes more offensive than the fact. That's what you have with Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, that guy, that wasn't cool at all.
No.
Like I said, when you said the blackface, I said, and then you said sporting events, I said, okay, well, maybe he's out there like the football guy with the half black face. No, he's actually imitating the black dude. Okay.
Yeah.
That ain't cool at all.
No, it's not.
His legs and everything.
No, with the front wing on. Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
He was doing too much.
He put a banana down his pants too for one of them.
And the Canadians elected this guy.
His dad is from Detroit.
Right? So I'm like obviously like more conservative leaning, but since he calls himself Mr. Progressive now, they forgive him. They go, oh, it's fine. But like Megyn Kelly, we were just talking. Megyn Kelly, you know why she got fired from her job? When they were talking about blackface, it was a conversation. So you see that guy's the Prime Minister of Canada, and they say, oh, it's okay. Megyn Kelly said, well, I think there's an important difference between like blackface, or like when I was young, you know, Diana Ross was really popular. So like my friend who was white dressed up like Diana Ross with the big wig for Halloween, like that's not racist. They fired her.
Oh, wow.
Like, I mean, you can disagree, but I agree with her that if a little girl loves Diana Ross, that's not racist. She just loves Diana Ross. And she got fired for that. But this guy still has his job as Prime Minister of a country?
That's wild.
Think about that.
Once you align yourself with the alphabet mob,
you're
going to those numbers. And because they're not the ones being shunned or shamed, they're willing to overlook that aspect and be like, well, yeah, like you said, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. Now, had he made a transgender joke or he showed up as a transgender, then it would have been a problem.
Right. Well, it's just, I don't know. Doesn't it seem like sometimes they're using these different groups? Like, I will tell you this, like a lot of politicians, I watch it and I go, they're using they're using the black community. The black community, when it's convenient, they go, oh, you know, they go out, they say Black Lives Matter, they do that, and then what do is they go back to redlining, or they don't do for the black community. But they say the right words.
That's what all them cameras at.
It's purposeful use, you know?
Yeah.
If your group is what I need at this moment, I can do and say some things that'll garner your favor for that moment.
Yeah.
And then once I've gotten what I need, now I can go back to what I originally was intending to do.
Right, go back to that.
Yeah, that's how blacks tend to get used for that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Some. When I say blacks, I mean just as a whole. I don't mean the individual.
No, of course not.
But
But you do have some, like in everything else, you do have some that are working towards like the right stuff.
Yeah.
But they just get overshadowed by so much of the bullshit that you don't really get to hear about them.
Well, that's one thing that I definitely like. As there are certain things that, first off, I think a lot of the idea that people think is white privilege is bullshit. And if you want to ask me about it, I can tell you. But there are certain things, like for example, young black boys. I had a good friend who was black, and he loved metal. So he was like really into Slayer and Iron Maiden. And I watched his black friends tell him like, "What are you doing? You can't listen. You got to." And they, told me I need to listen to hip hop. And he just got shit on. It's like this kid he liked metal. He was a comic book nerd. That's one thing we don't really have as white. Now, we don't have the community that black people have. There's like this, which is really productive. But we also don't have those expectations like, hey, you're a black man, you shouldn't be listening to Iron Maiden. And that's got to be tough. That's got to be tough to deal with. Like, that's something that we don't have burdened on us as white people.
The level, the expectation of what you are.
To be black. You know what I mean? Sometimes, like you're talking about, where they'll say, like you're saying, if someone's trying to do good work, sometimes they'll say, like, well, you're not really black. You ain't black enough, right? How many times do we hear that? It's like, Well, who gets to say that?
Exactly. That's good. I never thought about it from a white person's perspective in that, but that does come with being black.
Yeah.
A lot of instances and spaces, the expectation of how you are to conduct yourself, and expectations of you are kind of laid out for you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Where a lot of times where you do choose to be free, what you are, you're going to be ostracized in a lot of places. Like, why are you doing that?
Yeah. I don't really did it to
Mike, for a black male, right? Tell me if I'm wrong. Anytime you go somewhere, right, and you're the minority, you automatically have to make yourself less threatening. It's innate. It's innate that whenever you have to make yourself less threatening because people view you as threat.
I think sometimes that's true for sure.
Brother, multiple countries, wherever I've been, it's that way. You have to make yourself less threatening.
Well, I don't know if it's like that way in Uganda. I mean, I think they probably have more threatened
but
for
the
me.
countries that I've been to, you have to make yourself less threatening.
No, yeah.
And then
for sure.
once you're accepted, like in Korea, once you're accepted,
oh yeah,
then you're good.
Yeah,
you're good. But you gotta be accepted. You're looked
He
at
has
as
issues.
different.
His eyes are
I mean, think about it. You brought up Ukraine, right?
Right.
Remember when the war
reminds
first
me of
broke out?
Kanye.
Yeah.
Ukraine, when the Africans were trying to get on the train to get up to escape, what was happening?
Well,
They were pushed out.
Yeah.
They couldn't get on the train. You know what I'm saying? So wherever we go, it's work that we have to do to make ourselves acceptable.
So this is what I was talking with them back there. So if you have to, like in 2023, in America, who do you think, do you think that people are on an even playing field and everyone has their own different struggles or hurdles to overcome? Or do you think that
Playing field's different. Playing field's not even.
Yeah. So who do you think has the easiest?
Here's the difference, right? I'll give you an example. My daughter went to LSU.
Yeah.
Right? And was doing well at LSU, but wasn't getting the support from the professors that she thought she needed. So you know what she did? She transferred from LSU, went right across town to a HBCU, Southern University, and she feels like she at home.
Yeah.
Because she at school, and teachers and people that look like her and care about her. That's the way they make her feel there. She didn't feel that way at LSU.
But does she know that they treat her that way because she was black?
It's just being. Here's another example, right? I went to the Bayou Classic this weekend. I used to go to LSU games all the time, right? Went to the Bayou, go to LSU games, great atmosphere, everything's good, great game, team, people, fans.
Yeah.
But when you go to a Southern University HBCU game, it's totally different. How you feel, how you act when I'm out there with my people, you know what I'm saying, people that look like me. I mean, I just had that was the best time I had was this Bayou class in a long time at a sporting event.
Well, there are plenty of people who look like you on the field.
I got that, but not in the summer at LSU game. But in the Southern game, everybody on the field, everybody in the stands, the media, everybody in the parking lot, everybody.
But I will say, I was surprised to find, because I grew up under the misconception, growing up in Baton Rouge with, the divide between Southern and LSU. I grew up with what up, Brent? What up, Brent? I've been with you in just a second. I grew up with the misconception that LSU, when you go to LSU, there was always going to be racist, because, grew up with that misconception in Baton Rouge, like, you got that side of town, they don't fool with us.
It used to be like that. It's not like that now.
It still is in certain parts. Depends on where you go. But that's another discussion.
Yeah.
But when I first went to an LSU football game as a kid and was working the parking lots, scared out of my mind, because I'm like, I don't know if they're going, somebody going to do something to me. And then, man, these people were just so nice, like, hey, come grab some, we got some food over here. It's just love, like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But every environment ain't like that.
Louisiana's a different state.
That's right. Every environment ain't like that. Was just LSU. Yeah. That was just the LSU game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because them same people, put them in a different environment, they treat you totally different. And I've run across some of the same people from them same games in different environments, and they it's like they flip the switch. It's like, look,
Get away from me, Darky. Like Dave Chappelle said.
And let me pose a thought real quick. So the headline is we as black people are always pending. Now, and follow up with that by saying, I'm from New York originally, and I travel the world, you know, and lived in many places in this country. So everywhere you go, there's a Jewish community, robust.
Yeah.
There's a Mexican community, robust, meaning they all stick together. But when you go to our community, what do you see? You know, everywhere I went where there's MLK, it's tarnished because of the crime, like us not allowing the crabs in a barrel thing, us not allowing each other to succeed. Why is that? From your perspective. Or everybody's in their perspective.
Well, I guess the why, right? And the problem is and I appreciate that you're able to ask it, because guess what? If I ever answer that, even as far as an opinion, where I say this is what I think, it's racist, right? So white people don't want to answer that question because they don't want to be accused of being racist. Well, what do you do when so many of your representatives are white people? Right, where they go, no, I need to check my privilege and not answer. I can tell you, for example, where I'm from in Detroit, I can tell you why that's the case in Detroit. It's not the same in every city, but if you go back to Lyndon Johnson, the Model Cities program, you know, he said, I'll have those N-words voting Democrat for the next 60 years. 99 cents, actually. Detroit, people don't know this, because my dad grew up in Detroit. His home, that he grew up as a child, just sold for $8,000. Like a 22 square foot home for $8,000, right? He lived in downtown Detroit. He watched tanks go down his road for the Detroit riots. And what happened? It was the wealthiest city in the country in the 1950s. For all people, white, black, it was the Paris of the Midwest. Then they said, you know what? We're going to come in. We're going to centrally urban plan this city. It was the Model Cities program, right, where they put a bunch of money into it because they wanted to take credit for successful city. That came with modern sort of welfare systems, benefits, but it also came with strings attached. What happened? Detroit went from the wealthiest city in the country to an absolute war zone. The government came in, engineered it, and screwed that whole place up. So typically speaking, my answer is whether you're white, whether you're black, whether you're Latino, whether you're LGBT, like when the government says, hey, we're going to fix this.
For a second. I'm just going to switch it to the full screen so you guys can see the poker game too.
It usually makes it worse. That's a big problem. And it does go back to Lyndon Johnson and the idea of, and they said they were going to buy black votes. That was a big part of it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I hear that all the time.
Yeah. Which, I mean, I think now we're separated where people are able to have different opinions, and it's pretty good. But let me ask you this, because you said you think, okay, so the playing field is not even. And I think that that's true in some ways, certainly like culturally. I don't know that I believe in like systemic racism in the government. That's just, but why do you think, this is something that always, it's just a curious question to me. Why do you think suicide in this country is exclusively a white male problem? 70% of suicides in the United States are white men. White men they're twice as likely as black men to kill themselves.
I can tell you a little bit from personal experience, but a lot from just black people. We consider just in general taking yourself out. It's a non-negotiable.
Right.
Like you were just brought up. Like you ain't gonna take yourself out. First of all, God ain't gonna forgive you for that.
That was
faith. I think it's a big thing. Faith.
Yeah. It's a huge thing. It's a huge thing.
Yeah.
God ain't gonna forgive you for that. And then secondly, it's just it's been taught as a cowardly way out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In a lot of circumstances. So it's like, but you know, some people, like, there's always outliers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But that wouldn't account for 2 times the rate. And I think one thing that definitely we were talking about this, like this is why we do this and talk like in groups and places like this. The one thing that a lot of white men lack in 2023 is community.
Is what?
Community.
Community.
So like this is, for example, like I was just talking with Maya and Jasmine about this, where she was talking about single parent households. She said, you know, and sometimes it's a deadbeat, you know, dad who doesn't want to be around. She said, but sometimes it's true. You have a mom who doesn't want him around. You know, he wants to support his kids, but she wants to take the money for herself. She was very balanced. In the white community, if your marriage fails or, you know, you get fired, you don't have camaraderie. People like, hey, man, you know, you'll get the next one, or hey, I'm here for it. You're shamed right away. And so white men, typically, they just isolate themselves, and that's the biggest contributing factor to suicide, is do you have a good social support network?
And that was the thing is,
2 different cameras.
The experience of
from the game
historically being black in this country, you had to and you've had to recognize strength in your people.
Right.
Right. So that amount of strength is not going to allow you to get to the point where you say, I'm just going to take myself
One's
out.
on the laptop,
In
one's on top of
general.
the
And so
my
that
extra
will make
monitor,
up
my
for that
big
2 times the
monitor.
rate, and with the faith thing added into it.
Oh yeah, faith is a
Yeah,
huge thing. That's a big reason.
Right.
Obviously, in the black, it's still like
Dirty,
it's not
just
offensive
turn it up.
to instill faith in your kids.
Yeah.
Where, yeah, right now in the like, but still, you have to think like the isolation. That's a. I know that you know, especially if you're telling a white man.
Girl with the cam made money already.
I say this because this is taught in universities. Check your privilege. You don't know struggle.
She hasn't been on speaker
Your
all
marriage
night.
fails. You lose your job. You're like, well, I just must be a screw up because I have every
There you
advantage,
are.
right? We don't have
How you
anything
doing?
going on for us.
I played with you in a
Tune
bit.
into the media, and it says like, yeah, what are you bitching about? You literally have people right saying like white tears, which I'm not saying everyone, but I'm saying I know from experience having had suicide, especially coming from, you know, military family and friends, where a lot of them take themselves out because they.
What?
You just realized there's only 3 of us in here.
Yeah, just you, Dirty, and
Keith, I thought you were
Anderson.
Lonely. You don't have this.
Well, I'm hanging out. I think Matt and
and they're comfortable just being
LVA left.
around people. There's no community, and so they take themselves
They
out.
may be watching the stream too. I'm playing pretty good. Crowder is
the numbers are different. Like there's more white males than our black males too. So
Black and White on the Gray Issues is the last episode of that.
it's like you're twice as likely.
It's actually, when he goes into a black barber shop.
Yeah.
Has a 1 hour discussion with him.
Has to come with distance
Pretty good.
traveled as well.
Yeah.
You know, most black people, and I'm not saying all because there's always, you know, levels to it, but most black people, we face struggle throughout our lives.
Yeah.
So when struggle and hard times hit, the adversity doesn't affect in the same manner as somebody that's had much less adversity. You know, you grow up poor, inner city, less than, you lose a job, shit, that's just another, you know, it's just another time.
Yeah.
But if your life has been somewhat privileged, maybe not top of the line, but middle class,
Where is
whatever,
Wheaton Shaw?
and you hit those hard times,
Wheaton
where
Shaw
have
been
you
in here
been
tonight?
trained to deal with that adversity? So
Does
when
Chuck
adversity-
Bronson go live
adversity
again?
hitting you at 27, 28
Dude,
years
I
old,
gotta,
and you
I
never
would send
had
him
adversity,
props.
it's gonna hit a whole lot
That was
harder than
awesome,
somebody
dude. I got
who
9
loves
subs
struggle.
from that
They're
raid.
not gonna panic. They're not gonna, you know,
Chuck.
they're not gonna look for the end game or the end way out because they're gonna look at it like, well, shit, you know, it's just another time I got to get back up and dust myself off. Whereas if I've been bred to be a success and I've been taught that success is all I'm about, when I do fail, I'm gonna take it a lot harder because now we talked about the expectations of the black person. Now what you sound like you're saying is the white man has expectations. You're supposed to be successful. You're supposed to do this. You're supposed to do that. And when you don't do those things, now you in your mind, you're taking it as I'm a total and complete fuck up. So why do I need to stay here? Whereas a black dude gonna look at it, it's just Wednesday.
Yeah. I think there's some. I mean, it wouldn't account for like you were saying because there are more white people, but as a percentage, in other words, there's more poor white people too. Yeah. So the percentage still, they're still in any social class. So even in other words, a poor white person
I appreciate it.
or a rich white person is still twice as likely generally to commit suicide as
Kiwi.
a poor rich black person. There's a lot of white
I've seen you in a lot of
people
chats, man. We chat. I
but
think
they're
we
still more
say
likely
hey
to kill
to each other.
themselves no matter what.
But white people never highlight those white people don't highlight poor white people. White
What
people
time is it where you're at?
People that are doing well. Right. The outliers, the trailer park white people, the people that are on the welfare, white people never highlight those people. They're not. They don't get put on magazines. They don't get put into the ad. They just brush to the side with the rest of the common people. So white people that are less than, they're left to kind of fend for themselves. So I believe they face adversity like we do, and they still. But you know what? And white people probably figure that once again it's a Wednesday for them. We ain't had shit already. Now they still may kill themselves because the black people do kill themselves, just at a different rate.
Yeah,
They love to feed you the same way as Louisiana too. Louisiana's the same way. Boy, you look skinny.
Lower rate, yeah.
But the poor white boy don't feel the same way as the white boy that went to St. Mark's or the Green Hills.
7:45 p.m. Okay, tomorrow.
So if his lights go off, he just gonna find him a candle or
No,
open the
today.
window. The rich white guy, his lights go off. He's thinking, damn, you know, how did I wind up at this point where I'm feeling like this? I mean, economics and your social upbringing I think has a lot
No,
to do
tomorrow.
with. I can only speak for the black people. The faith part does play a big part.
that's a huge part.
But that plays a huge part with the black people. Because my grandfather was a Baptist minister. So, and suicide is one of those things that you just don't even contemplate.
Right.
Yeah, because once again, like they said, God not gonna forgive you for that. And if black people, if we haven't had anything, we've had a heavy dose of God. So we understand, well, I can't do that because I'm not gonna get into heaven. So we, that's usually that's gonna be one of your last.
One of the cats is taking a shit in the next room, scratching on the
story
litter
or the
box.
allegory of everyone wrote their problem down on a piece of paper.
That's what
they
I
put
can
into
hear.
a hat, and they could pick any problem that they want out of the hat, right? And invariably they picked out their own problem.
Yeah,
because they knew how to deal with it. So I guess the question would be, if we all, I think what we're agreeing on is like God, faith is way stronger in the black community, and community in general, right? There's a stronger sense of community in the black community. Would you rather, if we accept the premise, right, just assuming here that, okay, there's this white privilege as far as, let's say, wealth or a starting point, would you...
Dirty's playing a poker game, Chopper. It's on the screen here. He's winning, but he needs to pay a little bit more attention than that than chat. All right, so don't fuck with him.
take that over having the faith and the strength of community that you have? Would you take that as a greater, would you take what white people have as a leg up as a greater privilege, or the values of family and God instilled in you? What's worth more?
The family and God. And because that's how I was raised. So that.
Oh, is he offline? Is he AFK? Let's see when it comes around again. Okay, yeah, he's showing him as being off.
That's what I'm.
Dirty.
GG, Keith.
I'm gonna stick with, but I'm not gonna lie. I peek at that other side. Don't be like, well, shit. I mean, if you mean to tell me I'm gonna get a back, get pushed to the head of the line in a lot of instances, start from a farther up place. That is appealing to you, but because I've been so deeply entrenched in what I came from, that's all I know. I'm gonna go with the familiar, like you said. I'm gonna pick my own problem.
Well, I'm saying at this point, pick your own blessing, right? Pick your own blessing, like raising a wealthy family or raising a family that values God and community.
If that wealthy family not gonna be filled with love and faith, I don't want that. I'd rather come from where I came from.
Ugly things happen in pretty houses, man.
Yeah, like, If I couldn't get the good family with your bread, no, I'd rather just go fight for my own survival and make my own fortune than start from a place of wealth with a detachment.
Yeah.
Wish it would show the emojis on this.
Yeah, because that's not the big differentiating factor. When you look at it, you see people who are miserable, who have money, you kill themselves
All right.
for money. You sit both
head to
black
head.
and white. The most important thing you see in very relationships that matter.
Okay. Absolutely. Money is nothing but more than a tool. All money does is means you don't have money problems. That don't mean you don't have problems. So a poor guy,
Headline, head to head.
Rich guy just not gonna be worried about where he gonna get $200 from.
Right.
Poor guy is gonna have that.
Ooh, deuces. Deuces are killers.
So, yeah, I would rather have an attachment to a community and a family with a faith and an opportunity to give me some money, to have bread, and then kind of be somewhat detached. And I wouldn't want that.
Yeah. Well, I'm concerned though too, because now you see it like this will hit all communities. People are more disconnected.
Jacks, tens.
Oh man. You'll even see with black or white younger generations, they don't interact with people as much. They don't have relationships. So if you think of what we see with where suicide is highest, and it's in people who are isolated, everyone of all racial groups, they're all isolating themselves now, looking at a screen. I don't know when the stats come in, but I don't think it goes well.
In 20 years, man, what the world will be, I haven't the slightest idea, because like what you said is, it's too easy for a person to isolate themselves.
Yeah. Here we go.
Much easier for you to
Somebody got a bet. Oh,
stand outside
300, 600.
and truly interact. Because we work in a
hand.
barbershop.
That's a killer hand.
This is not forced interaction, but this is
wow.
Abnormal. And yeah,
no match.
Is an outlier. Yeah, people come in here looking for the interaction.
Right.
But this isn't the norm.
La rata.
Where most of them don't go to church. Fewer of them than ever are playing sports.
Man.
You know what I mean? So you think about that. It's like 40%, depending on the stat you use, of like young men who aren't interested in even dating women because they're afraid of being falsely accused, or now they have porn on the internet, so they don't even care anymore. It's like, well, it's like, where are you going to get that interaction? Because that's pivotal as human beings.
And we see it all the time because the younger generations, as they grow up now, their interaction skills are very poor. They don't really know how to hold a conversation with someone, you know, male to male, male to female, female to female, a lot of times they don't know how, because it's much easier for them to express themselves digitally than it is for me to actually sit down and engage. We see them in here, they'll be sitting chairs apart and they'll text back and forth rather than just have a communication.
I know.
They'll text back and forth, and that's not going to be good for you.
So here's a picture of my
Hilton thinks.
Right. Exactly.
They're right there.
Exactly. It's just, this is where society is pushing us. And if you don't force and make your children a part of a community, they'll grow that way.
Yeah, well, that's why you were talking about, to bring it back to like the LGBTQAAIP plus. That's the actual acronym they use now. Yes, lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, pansexual, and they use age twice.
I mean, they hijacked the whole alphabet.
Yeah, yeah, but a lot now. You have over 20% of young people identify as part of that. Well, why do you think? Because they're getting this stuff. It's flooding them on social media.
They're inundating them with it. They're inundating them with it, man. I'm sorry, you know. I'm an older person. I'm, you know, in my 50s now. And I can go back to when, you know, first and foremost.
All in. There we go. There we go. Whack, whack. Ooh, nines, nine. Oh, looking bad. And listen, ace pops. GG. Good job, dirty dog.
You know, if you wound up being an adult that was gay, or either you hid it extremely well.
All the way until you became an adult.
But like you said, if you're gonna inundate kids with that message, and not only the
I'm gonna pause it, and then I'm gonna switch it back to that. Pause.
But let them know that it's okay. Don't let anybody tell you you can't be this, or you get to choose to be these things. You're giving them options.
Oh yeah.
I grew up in it's boys and girls. That's it.
Yeah.
It's boys and it's girls. But as we progressed in time and society says you can't tell your kids that they have to identify as that. Well, I told my kids that they had to identify. That's just how that's going.
Well, that goes back to family and faith.
Yeah,
right?
that's just how that's going to roll.
Yeah.
But when you open up and give children options, you're doing way more than what they need to be allowed to do, because a child's mind is there to be shaped and molded. It's going to be shaped and molded by what you give them the opportunity to. We grew up in a time where, you know, you couldn't watch that movie. You ain't old enough to watch that. You can't listen to that music. You don't need to be hearing that. But if you just let them have everything, and you give them the option to be whatever they want, well, you taking your chances on the wrong thing. Sticky.
No, you're absolutely right. Yeah, it's
Only thing with me, Mike, with that is I got a ton of freedoms. That's I got so I don't have no problem. You know, but what gets me is this: when somebody comes and tells me that God made a mistake, oh man, that gets me right there. Because then I set them down, right? I said, let me ask you this question. Say, hello, God's perfect, right? They say, yeah. I say, God don't make no mistakes, right? Right. They say, yes. I say, he's flawless. All right, come on, right? I say, yeah. So tell me how he made a mistake when he was.
You mean that they're gay?
Yeah. Tell me how many.
You don't know.
It's a choice.
It's a choice.
Did y'all know that King James was King James, Virgin King James?
I appreciate them doing this. They still got demonetized.
I've read that. Yeah, I don't know that's been confirmed.
Google it. I'm gonna leave on that. Google it in the Bible.
King James is a. Thanks, man.
I said you talking about LeBron. They say you talking about LeBron? Not LeBron. James. You talking about the person Bible y'all be reading?
Yeah, it is. It's but that's a real thing. Like, you can have these conversations here. I tell you, like, in the white community, you just, like, Dave Chappelle experienced what white men have been experiencing for a very long time, where it's like, you are not allowed to have an opinion. White women go apeshit if they're liberal and they're like, I can't. You're homophobic, you're transphobic. So most guys, they just don't say anything.
That's a rough way to exist too, man. You know. Yeah. I mean, I've always worked in a black barbershop, so I really don't have a level of perspective. I'd like to know what a white barbershop is, what the conversations are like on a day-to-day basis. Because really,
I go to a Middle Eastern
talk
barbershop.
we have in here, this might just
And
be a
I get my
random
hair cut by a
Tuesday. If the
Mexican.
right topic comes up,
Right.
we'll just come across this, and everybody will chime in. But I would hate to be in a group or a category of people where there's no, like you said, the sense of community. You know,
Yeah.
the barbershop, this is the last place a black man can be all the way black. You can come here and be all the way black. On a lot of jobs, you don't get to express yourself. You have to contain that blackness. You have to put on your corporate
Got a code
self out
switch.
front.
Yeah.
But here, you can come here, you can tell all the lies you want, you can be the person you want to be, you can come and tell you and bury your truth. This is that last place that we have for that. And I wouldn't want to not have that.
Yeah.
I would
Last bastion of American freedom.
That's you know.
I've been getting my hair cut my whole damn life. I've never had this. So it's not the same thing.
See, I've always assumed that, you know, when the white guys go in the barbers, I've always assumed that it's like the mafia movies. When you see them in there getting their haircut, they in there talking with a high towel on.
Well, yeah, if they're like guineas from New York.
Yeah, that's how I've always envisioned. That's what must be what the white barbershop is like.
Barbershop is supposed to be
like you said, because they're a subsection
entity.
of white America. And they might have that the general population
There's been a lot of white
may not actually get the occupy.
black barbershop.
No, and I think it's healthy. I mean, imagine just kind of if you do this. Let's say, how often does a customer come in here on average? Once every.
You're gonna either get a weekly, bi-weekly.
I used to never either, but that's like therapy for me now, is to go to the barbershop that I go to. I schedule it on my fucking phone. Like, I'm going Thursday. And they're gonna tighten it up, ball fade. I sit down and I don't have to say anything. He does it. Trims up the loose parts of the beard. It's like therapy.
Month. That's general. That's the general.
Okay.
We have a conversation.
Most people probably come in like every 2 weeks, maybe.
Every 2 weeks is probably more consistent.
Think of how valuable it is, like a reset. You know what I mean? You're having a bad week, you're having a bad 2 weeks, you come in, you see familiar faces, you can talk. Imagine you're going 10, 20 years and you never have that. That's what we're seeing.
Yeah, that was
across the country. Yeah.
I go every 2 or 3 weeks, Chopper. Every 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah, it's terrible.
That was up, you know, because these guys, you know, each and every one of us carry our own experiences and our own opinions.
I used to.
Sometimes it's just good to hear a different opinion on what's something you're dealing with or something you want to know about.
Right.
You know.
They also do this. They like wax up or put some Q-tips and some wax, put it in my fucking nose, put it in my fucking ears, and rip that fucking hair out too. That makes your eyes water, but you know what? I feel better. I don't know why. It's crazy.
Yeah, this guy over here, he might be well versed in something that I'm having a question or issue with, and he able to really just drop some game on, and I really don't even know him.
Yeah.
But he can just say that, and he can be comfortable, and he feels comfortable enough in here to express himself. The conversation we have about the alphabet mafia, you can't have this conversation everywhere.
I'm not gonna do a pedicure. No. I'm cool with a massage, couples massages and shit, but I'm not doing no manicure or pedicure shit.
Without fear of retribution, and you see it, you know that because you're experimenting with it by talking to people. You know, you can get, you know, people get turned sideways when you know, if they feel offended.
Dude, they yank those motherfuckers out. It's like a fucking forest on the end of those Q-tips every fucking 2 weeks. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Imagine if I wasn't doing something about that. It would just be like a forest coming out of my nose.
But this is one place you're gonna have to check your feelings at the door when you come in there.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna get a lot of real. Nobody's gonna be I don't want to say insensitive, but nobody's gonna be we're not here to badger you or to disrespect you.
Sure.
But you're gonna get a dose and a level of truth from this place that you're not gonna get in a whole lot of places. And we pride ourselves on that.
Yeah.
That's one of our mottos. Nobody makes it. We don't let nobody make it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
turning
go.
it down right now.
Yeah, you go. You go.
Well, you don't need to. I've been in enough green rooms with.
Yeah, we got company.
Black
So we
County.
can
Down the back, and that's the turn up, and then just walk in.
But I appreciate the fact that you had the wherewithal to want to come and get this perspective.
Oh yeah, we do this. We do this all. What happened would be you'd have so many. Like if we discussed affirmative action, for example, like on campus. I think we did at SMU. You'd have a bunch of screaming white people telling you about the black community. And I would go, but none of you are in the black community. So I just started saying, like, let me just go to the black community. And they'd be like, no, that's bullshit. They don't speak for us. They would say, we don't agree with that opinion at all. And
But that's the problem most people have. They're not willing to see it from the other side. You know, just like you said, you open my eyes on a lot of white perspectives just in the time you've been in here. The white male thing, you know, I've never been one. So it's a lot I don't understand because the lack of community, I never thought about that.
Yeah.
I never thought that a white guy could go most of his life and not have a clique or a spot where he can come and really truly just let his hair down and be vulnerable, because that's what most people don't recognize. So you can come in here and tell you know, come in here and tell your baller, man, I lost my job today, man. Damn, I don't know what I'm gonna do. So,
right.
And with
All right, pause. This is what they're going for, guys. This is what Jared and stabby. Jared and Dirty Dog are going head to head on this shit, and I don't care either way. They're both cool. They're all cool. Both cool dudes. It's pretty much a two-man game right now. About 2 weeks left. Number 15. It was normally hanging above me, but apparently this one little thread here slipped. Yeah, there's the stabby stabs in the back. This is what's coming with. Number 15, Genesis Series, Voodoo Piggy. Here we go.
without fear of being judged in that aspect.
Yeah.
I didn't know that a white guy might not be.
By the way, I co-owned this thing for I basically won this playing poker. We'll explain it later streams.
To have that place he could go express that.
Yeah.
I didn't understand. I didn't know.
Go get it, like, military, and that's why you see, you see black, white. Like if you're in the military, you're all in it together, or you'll see it like in certain sports. So like, coming from like a grappling background, if I go into a new city, it's like, okay, I can go to a jiu-jitsu, go to a grappling school.
It does come with accessories. You saw the needles in the backs there. You can put them wherever you want, but I just leave them right there in the back, in the spine. But I believe there were some candles. I don't think the baby mama, because we had a split relationship on this Voodoo Piggy, didn't send the candles back. But so it was birthday candles. You can drip on it if you want. But do with it as you will. And like I said, I guarantee a meal with whoever I have to present it with, be it in Pittsburgh or be it down in Marion, Ohio. Both are, well, Marion's a lot closer. We'll see.
And we're gonna have something in common. You know what I mean? It's not a race thing. It's just we all share this in
We
common.
got some common.
The hard training, getting your joints blown out, and all that stuff. Because you're wrestling dudes, like wrestling teams. I'm sure it's the same with football, or in Canada, hockey. It's like these guys they bleed for each other. But as far as just day to day, like once you're out of college, once you're okay, you don't have sports anymore. You don't have a school to go to anymore.
Yeah, where do I find that commonality?
They drop off that community aspect. If they're not doing church, like you were saying, faith. If you don't have church.
It looks like wood. Yeah. It's got a very wood look to it. It kind of feels like plastic. The Voodoo Piggy, I don't know if you guys have been following Bao. He's a bit upset about all that. The person that was producing these for him just fucking ghosted his ass. after him sending a lot of stuff to him. He's kind of in the hole with some people, and he, I mean, most people don't even give a shit. They're like, whatever, about it's cool. So, but still, I mean, literally just cut him off.
Church, what is it? It's nothing.
You're standing on an island by yourself trying to navigate.
Yeah. And that's something that I think, you know, beyond the whether black, white, like just we need to get back to communities, strong communities of people who care about each other, man.
Absolutely.
All right. I'm going to get going anyways. Yeah, you guys talking about you have this. The only.
How many times have I been to Pittsburgh? Almost. Hey, listen, out of the probably 10 times I've been to Pittsburgh, I think we've gotten together about 8. Well, maybe a little reduction of that, but close to it.
Place to be truly black, and then I looked in the mirror. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm the whitest human being on earth. You probably thought I was a narc.
No, he's not a thief. I mean, that's just no. He'll make it right. I know things outside of all of this, and if you know Bao from earlier, you already know this. He always makes things right. I mean, that's why he's hurting a lot of times, because he stands by that type of shit.
I think he got you beat.
Oh yeah. Oh, that guy's not white. He's transparent. He would make Larry Bird look at him and be like, "Dude, can you black it up a little bit?" Hey, thanks, man. What's your name?
I'm Big Mike, man.
Big Mike. Is everyone big here? Big Phil, Big Mike. What's your name? Andrew. Andrew. Yeah. Nice to meet you. Hey, Doug. Thanks, Doug. I appreciate it. Oh, Don. I thought you said Doug. All right, Don. Dealing. Hey, Don. There you go. Like the Don. What was it, man? Sorry. Travis. Nice to meet you, man. I appreciate it. What's your name? Whitest guy on earth? Grant. Yeah, Grant. Sorry, I'm giving you a tough time. Thanks.
The guy was literally getting a haircut the whole time.
Remember, none of this is possible without you. Join the fight and sign up for Mug Club today at louderwithkreider.com/Mug Club for $89.
This is some classics here.
All right, sir, what you're doing is perfectly legal.
Okay.
All I'm going to ask politely is that you don't block their driveway when their clients come in.
Yeah, I wasn't. I walked past a couple of times.
If you want to stay here and film, you can do that. You're on a public sidewalk.
Great. So
all I'm going to ask politely is that you don't block their driveway when their clients come in. All I'm going to ask politely is that you don't block their driveway when their clients come in.
yeah.
All right, you guys just be careful, okay? Watch your traffic. Hey, come here. Don't make me come after you. You're trespassing. Come here.
I'm not trespassing.
Stop.
You're live on the internet.
I have my camera on too.
No.
They're telling me you're sticking your camera through the fence, so stop.
No.
I want to talk to you.
No.
Yes. This is what's going to happen.
No.
They have video of you putting your camera through the fence. That's trespassing. Okay. So, do you have ID with you?
No.
1032 Sergeant request.
Am I under arrest?
1031 Sergeant request. Okay, so the people that are here said you're sticking your camera through the fence.
I put my camera right up into the fence.
They have you on video.
Great.
Putting your camera through the fence.
Great. Okay.
Okay? So that's why I'm stopping you, and that's why I want to know what you're doing, and that's why I know who you are. So can I see your ID, please?
Yeah. No thanks.
Okay.
Are you familiar with California Penal Code 148 subsection G? That's a yes or a no. You guys wonder why there's a disconnect between the police
That's a
and
yes or a no.
society?
Yeah, because they walk away and don't want to talk to you.
I don't have to talk to you.
Yeah, if you're committing a crime, you do.
What crime have I committed?
They have you on video, like I already told you, putting your camera through the fence.
Okay, so then I get trespassed and I get told not to come back on the property, and then when I do come back on the property, then I get arrested. Do you understand the law, correct?
It's up to them if they want to have you arrested or not.
I have to be trespassed first, sir.
Not if they want you to press charges right away.
Great.
Okay? Stay here and with my corporal, and I'll be right back.
Great. Are you familiar with California Penal Code subsection 148G? Again, it's a yes or a no.
Yes, exactly, Matt.
Let me find out what the complaint is, all right?
He just told you what the complaint is.
Talk to you? Can I talk to you?
I'm going to talk to the supervisor only, okay? I don't like the way that we already started off, okay?
All right.
Am I entitled to that?
Sure.
Okay.
I'd like to explain it to you.
Listen, am I stuttering? Seriously. I don't want to talk to you any longer. We didn't get off on a good foot.
Take the video and yeah, you're free to go.
I'm free to go.
Yep.
Great.
Thank
Okay.
you.
So
Thank you for cooperating.
how many cop cars does it take? Is all the crime solved in the city of Pasadena?
Are you done? You need to leave now. Okay.
Am I free to go?
Yes, you're
Well, then I'm free to stay.
Okay, if you want. And
You don't
you're
need
not
it. You
bothering
can't tell
them,
me
and
that
you're
I need
not
to leave.
trespassing, Listen to me.
I'm on a public sidewalk.
Stop being so rude. How rude. How rude.
How rude.
Rude. How very rude. So whatever you want to do, as long as you don't commit any crimes, you're good.
I never did commit a crime.
Okay, sir.
So there's 6 cop cars
Sir.
here. Is all the...
Yeah, it is. It is what it is. So stop making a big deal
Oh, what?
of it, okay? Stop making a big deal.
You're telling me to make a big deal of it. There's 5 squad cars here, and you're telling me not to make a big deal of it.
How old are you? Really? You're gonna talk like that? Seriously?
No, I get to talk to you however I want. It's free.
Then act like an adult.
Act like an adult.
Calm down.
Calm down.
Yes.
Okay,
Don't
this
raise
guy
your
just got in
voice.
my face. Listen, you weren't here to see any of that. Listen, don't tell me what to do and what not to do. Yeah, I got it all on 3 cameras.
Yeah, I see that.
Get the fuck out of here.
Don't tell him that.
I can tell him whatever I
No,
want.
you're being rude.
Great. Is that a crime?
You just grow up,
Grow up.
okay?
Grow up. There's
Sir,
5.
you have a nice day.
You as well.
Okay, and you finish your story or whatever you're gonna do, and
Well, you just became the story.
okay.
You're the
Thank
story.
you. All right, that's great. So make sure you get
Great.
the good side, okay?
Yeah, no, there isn't one. So,
That's really sweet.
Yeah.
You're a nice guy.
yeah, I am a nice guy when I get treated nicely. So.
All right. Have a good day, sir.
Hey, do you guys have a copy of your code of conduct that I? Can I get a copy of it, please?
Are you on parole?
Is your mom on parole? Is your mom on parole?
Why did you ask?
What kind of a
if they're on
question
parole?
is that, sir?
You ask everybody if they're on
Yeah.
parole? Oh, here we go, cam back.
Considering this is a parole office?
Okay. But is your mom on parole? If everybody's on parole, if it's a valid question to ask anybody, then I can ask your mom if she's on parole, right? Sure.
Let's look like a maniac.
As well, so you know, we need to do some footage over there at
This is some classic shit.
Adams County headquarters.
Yeah. That's a compilation from like 9 days ago. I don't know how I missed it.
You're not going to talk to me or anything?
I think Saturday is when
Security's not on scene, and the juveniles are purposely ignoring me.
Are you going to court on Friday?
Can you have security?
I still have to do that one.
Gentlemen.
Oh, same as I have done the same, Kiwi.
Excuse me, gentlemen. Trying to have a conversation with you and to be the correct, polite person would be to talk
Did he
back.
do this after or before
Yep, still
MCC
here.
and freaking
You guys
media did the same
please
thing?
Just say hello.
Just ignored him. I love the pure ignore.
How far is that from here?
Trying to talk to you, trying to just ask what's going on, how your day is, but you don't even want to answer any of my questions.
20 minutes to 25 minutes.
Gentlemen, how are you? Can you please answer my questions and just say hello back? That's all I'm asking.
And there goes the walk of shame, everybody.
All right, guys, just a parting word real quick.
Yeah, don't talk to us.
It's a
Shut up.
compilation,
Stop talking.
Jody.
Okay,
Stop talking.
You can't impede
Stop
people from
talking.
leaving the
Stop
driveway.
talking. Stop talking.
You are in the
Bye.
right to film right
Bye.
here, but you can't
Bye. Thank
impede
you.
people from
Thank you.
leaving.
Don't eat
Okay.
yellow snow.
Is that clear?
Don't eat yellow snow.
Okay, so they're gonna call us back if you're impeding people.
Well, he does have a right to be here. Ma'am, and Lieutenant Webb here gave me an apology because they illegally detained me for 35 minutes. And he gave me an apology. I told them that I would leave the campus if I got an apology from both officers.
Here's the thing. You were never
And
detained.
so I was never detained?
You were never detained.
Okay.
Well, I appreciate that, but I'm going to have to ask you to stop.
No.
I've ordered you to stop.
Nope.
I've ordered you to identify yourself. I'm advising that you're being legally detained for an investigation. Being legally detained for an investigation.
No.
You're refusing to identify yourself. Before I arrest you...
He wasn't detained.
Let's go.
You are lawfully detained.
Let's go.
You are obligated to identify yourself to me.
Here's the thing. You were never
And so
detained.
I was never detained?
You were never detained.
Okay.
Here's the thing. You were never
And so
detained.
I was never detained.
You were never detained.
Okay. Cool story.
Thank you, ladies.
Is there a reason that you guys even leave this building? You should just stay here and hover. I mean, like you were doing earlier, since I wasn't detained, allegedly. So.
You moved about freely.
Yeah, and I was stalked by Vilfort. And then you guys said I kept getting up in your grill, so yeah.
The good thing is we'll all have it to watch on YouTube.
Oh, it's already on YouTube. That's where you're mistaken.
Okay.
So.
But nonetheless, it's there for us to all view.
Yeah.
It's interesting though, because on YouTube, your site is monetized, right? So if people are clicking on it, you're getting paid for this, which might make a commercial, right?
Boy, hey, when you watch Fox News tonight, they run commercials too. Boy, there goes a logic fail right there, kids. There goes a logic fail right there, kids. The news is monetized too, you idiot. Man, you were the dumbest motherfucker I've ever met.
Not the best.
Oh, oh.
Remember him? Remember him?
Break.
Whatever happened to him?
I'm not detaining y'all. Y'all are not. I just waved you over. Y'all are within your rights to film and stuff like that as long as you're on public property. You can't come in the Sally Port. And were y'all sitting on somebody's car? Okay, that's fine. So
Patrick.
We're all on the same page.
Whatever happened to him?
No, we're not on the same page.
PayPal
You
Patty?
guys can follow. How about you guys follow the
Whatever
law
happened to him?
and obey our rights? She made contact.
I know he
with
did
him
like
with
a fake 911 call bullshit.
Okay, you're gonna need to call a March unit.
I'm serious. Didn't he do like a fake 911 call bullshit with what's his name? It's in Brazil. Oh.
For that, and the officer will come here and take.
So we're not on the same page.
Okay.
Nope, not at all.
Okay. Do you have a phone?
We got a mark unit right here. I got a police officer that's obviously on duty.
Okay. He's got other duties.
I
want to know what's your name.
So the.
I already told you that was there.
Well,
Does
that
look
wasn't
like-
assault. You gotta watch
No,
it a few
you
times
look
to
like-
notice. She made.
Oh, you're gonna turn it around on him?
Yeah, that's what.
Oh my God! Holy shit! I've heard it all.
Yeah. Well, he
Now
was
I've
on
heard it all.
Stream tonight.
So you should have punched her in the face.
Now I've heard it all. You should have punched the 70-year-old woman in the face
I unsubscribed
and
a
defended
long
yourself.
time ago, Jody.
Well, there you go.
Well, you heard it there. You get to defend yourself. You heard it from Officer Thrift Store. What's your name?
Ross.
Sergeant Ross?
2881.
Great. Thanks.
Are we good?
No, of course we're not.
Yeah, no.
Okay. What can I do
You
to
can,
solve?
you can leave though.
Yeah, why don't
You're not being detained.
No, I just well, you said of course we're not. So what can
Well,
I do?
You're not being detained though. You can leave though.
It's unfortunate. Step away, sir. You've got a gun, sir. Step away. Step away. You've got a gun. Why don't you step away, okay?
I need you to leave. Why don't you learn the Constitution? I need you to leave.
Why don't you call your supervisor? Call your supervisor.
I need you to leave.
Call your supervisor.
Get your supervisor. They're coming right now.
Great.
Get back behind the desk. Do your
Great.
fucking job. You're right.
It's a public lobby, sir, and it's
Yeah. That's your daddy told you. Telling you to go back behind the desk.
bueno.
Yeah. Daddy told you to get behind the desk.
Oh no, I already called name control. All right, thanks, bud.
This was the same guy from before. This is the guy that doesn't know shit.
Yeah. You should call 911.
But he doesn't know the Constitution.
Gail, are they en route?
You should call 911.
Yeah, someone was just asked me about Justin Pulliam the other day.
Great. Are they all coming? Are you going to launch Air One?
Yeah, when he was hanging out with Freeman and all them, he was doing fine. But
no, that's the
his
helo.
own thing. It can't split out.
Wow, really? Is this your first day on the job or your
wow.
last day?
I don't know who that is.
2 years. 2 years? Yeah. So you've been a bad cop for a year and 6 months.
No comment.
Yeah.
I assume you wouldn't comment.
Yeah, I would probably plead the fifth on
Yeah,
that one as
I
well,
don't think I'm
so
subbed to
that's
him,
just
so
me,
I probably
'cause
don't
I'm
see it.
Gonna hedge my bets that way. You calling in a drone
I think
strike?
that's Bow's influence.
Oh my God. Code 3. Everybody respond code 3. Cameras. 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 Hmm?
Alpha team. Man down, man down. I told you. Benny. Bring me everyone. What do you mean everyone?
No. Yeah, we're good.
We're just reporters.
Yeah, we're
gathering
just-
content for a story.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, that's fine, but you guys can be in the lobby. You guys can
We're in the lobby, so, and we've been here before, so.
You guys can be on the street.
No, we're allowed to be in
No,
public.
it's,
Yeah, but this is not the public.
No, this is
it's a public lobby. Is the pub?
Right there.
You guys gonna need a permit.
No, we don't. We,
Like I said, you can be on the street all you want and film all you want, but once
But
you
I
come
thought
in,
this
you
was a
can see
public
this
lobby.
It's a public lobby.
This is a public lobby.
for business.
This is a public, we have
So-
business, we're here to film.
Like I said, you don't have anything to do with the attorney room, and you don't have anything to do with the.
Did you need some help with something?
Sir, don't touch my camera, sir.
Did you need help with anything?
I don't need help with anything. Don't touch my camera,
What's
please.
the purpose of your business?
I'm here to film, sir. It's a
I don't
yes
wanna
or no.
divulge any
It's a
information.
yes or a no
Be
question,
nice. Be
sir.
a nice guy.
No,
I want you to be nice until it's time to not be nice.
yeah, well, you're all up in my grill, dude. You're all up in my grill, and you're telling me to be a nice guy?
Be a nice guy. Why are you guys being so mean?
I'm not being so mean. What are you, First Amendment?
Why are you being so aggressive then?
I'm not being so aggressive. How many? Am I wearing? There's like 5 guys with guns here, and you're telling me I'm being aggressive?
Deputy Sheriff, sir.
I'm unimpressed. So I mean, like,
I didn't ask you to be impressed, but you're being aggressive in your manner. I can see your eyes. You look upset. Why are you upset?
Oh my God. Do you need psycho? Are you? Do you need medical attention?
Hey, don't get so upset.
Do you need medical attention? Do you need medical attention? Are you having a mini stroke right now? How many unarmed civilians have you shot and killed in the line of duty? Did you get a paid vacation or? How many open IA complaints? How many IA complaints, open IA complaints do you have against you currently?
Yeah, but they act like this.
Yeah, you're doing the math on that one, I know.
You can do whatever you want, Chopper.
And
I know nothing.
no, I'm just trying to get your name. It's like 27 syllables. So
Gather our photos. It was no problem.
yeah. There we go.
Wait for him, sir.
Welcome to MCJ. You guys.
There we go. Wow. No, is that your welcome? Is this with the welcome? Why don't you shoot us too while you're at it, okay? If you really want to give us a welcome.
Please.
Great.
If anybody else comes in the lobby and there's disturbance, let me know, okay?
Great. What's your name and badge
My
number?
name is Lieutenant Vince Grant.
Great. Thank you.
Okay, I'm the watch commander for MCJ.
Thank you for de-escalating. Can I ask you a question?
Can I have your name?
I don't need to give you my name.
Okay, what's your question?
This is a public lobby. Are we allowed to film inside a public lobby?
Yes, go ahead, take your time.
Great. Thank
Yeah,
you.
Enjoy yourself.
Thank you. Did everybody get an education today?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, great.
I feel really educated. Cause a disturbance, you'll be subject to arrest.
Okay, great. You can talk to Lindsay
People coming
too.
in for business and it's too loud and you're disrupting the scene?
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, back to work, everybody.
Hi, Lindsay.
Lindsay, try not to beat your wife tonight, all right? Thank you. Can I get an In-N-Out animal style with the lemonade and
All right, this is private
fries?
property. You're gonna have to leave.
It's it is?
Yes, it is. It's U.S. government property.
Oh my God. What's gonna happen next? So it's not a public sidewalk?
I'm just asking, what can we help you with?
You can't help me. You can move along and you can kick rocks. How does that sound? Bye. Around the building
Here
and
comes our walker coming down to us.
So after this, we'll go over to Janet's.
Yeah.
We'll go hang out with
Hey guys,
her
we
and
don't-
stuff like that. So
We don't mind you being out here, but if you continue to film cars, we're gonna have the police come and remove you. You can't film private cars leaving our building. You have no right to film private property. I don't care if you take pictures of the building.
we can go comp watch later on.
Yeah.
Yes, can you do me a favor and
Ignoring-
stop filming cars?
We'll
You
ignore-
can film the building all you want, but don't film cars. Okay? Does that sound good to you?
They come up about 7.
What time do you usually wrap up? When you do your comp watch?
So you're not going to acknowledge me?
3 or 4 o'clock.
You're going to wait till a cop comes and asks you. Okay.
No, it's gonna. I mean, I got up late today, so it'll be.
Hello.
So.
How are you?
So the time you think we'll go pick up Eric? To see if we have enough time after this.
What is your name?
Probably about 6. It's probably about 3 o'clock now. So. Yeah.
Can I help you guys with anything here?
And then we'll hang out and chill. We'll get some food. Get some more of the other guys good. Yeah.
Can I ask you why you're filming this building?
And who else is going to get the house? You know? All the regulars? Yeah, all the regulars should be there. That'll be good to see Eric. Yeah, we haven't seen him yet. No, haven't.
Can I ask you why you're filming the building?
So, what time do you usually go out when you go out then? About 9.
Hey, did you tell that cop he can search the car? He's in your car searching right now. You should tell him that you don't consent to a search if you don't. No, you do me a favor and stop talking, okay? I'm talking to my buddy over there. Tell him that you don't consent to a search. Tell him verbally that you do not consent to a search if you don't want him in your car.
Hey, do me a favor. You can keep recording. I could care less. Okay?
No, you could care.
Now let me talk.
No,
for a
stop
second.
talking. I don't
Okay.
care. Stop talking.
If you're gonna interfere with my
Stop
investigation,
talking. I'm not interfering with anything. I'm
you need
talking
to
to my
step away.
buddy.
You need to
No,
step away,
I'm
please.
standing right here, dude.
You just turn around, step away.
Dude, ask him. Hey, don't touch me. Don't
Turn around,
touch me,
step away,
bitch.
please.
Lopez, don't be a bitch.
Turn around,
Do
step
not
away,
be a
please.
bitch
I'm
this
telling
Saturday night. You want to be his bitch?
You're interfering with my investigation right now. Go stand over there.
Tell
by the
him that
fence.
you don't consent to a search. They're going to search your car against your will. They're going to plant drugs.
Go ahead and stay back.
Well, I'm right here.
You're interfering with my investigation.
No,
sir.
I'm not. It's not your investigation. Get the fuck out of here, dude. Look
ahead,
at.
step back, please.
Look, no,
Go
don't
ahead, step
touch
back.
me.
Okay,
Do
step
not
back.
touch me.
Step back, please.
Do not touch
Step
me.
back.
You dumb bitch.
Step back, please.
Don't touch me.
Step back. You can stay here. You move any closer, then
Thank you,
I
Master.
will take you into custody.
Can I blow you while I'm at it? Well, can I lick your boots? Yeah, and you'll never get the recording when they fucking shoot and kill you, okay? Try not to plant any cocaine, okay?
We've exclusively obtained 12 LAPD body camera videos from an incident that occurred in April. It's the first time we've seen the body camera videos. Now, this is one of the videos. The suspect arrested by police and charged with hit and run and possession of drugs. There you see an officer picking up his wallet. Then he puts the wallet down. Now, the officer picks up right here is what he believes to be a small bag of cocaine. And he picks up the suspect's wallet again. Then you see a motion to the other officer like, hey, I'm going to put this in the wallet. And he eventually does. This is one of the key pieces of video that was played in court today and also, according to the defense, contradicted the testimony of one of the officers.
I guarantee you somebody...
That was that dude's coat, though. Come on now.
They're that
That was his coat.
So we have people having medical stuff being done. Can you just not film over right there?
Come on.
No, I'm gonna
The
film
bags were
everything I
falling
can see in
everywhere.
public.
I don't think that was
What's your
the
name?
plan thing. I'm sorry.
Hammett?
Sergeant Hammett.
Sergeant Hammett.
Yeah.
Are you
Normally they're inside, but because it's so kind of we're having them out here. So I was just
Are you familiar?
Yeah, he
with,
dropped
are you
it before
familiar
he
with
planted
HIPAA
it.
laws?
It was just a
That's a yes or no.
I'm moving back inside.
That's a yes or no. Yeah, move them. Bring their private
like, oh,
information
shit,
in private,
what's this?
Sergeant. You know better than that. How long have you
He
been on the
picked it
force?
off the ground.
Uh-oh, we got some backup.
Motherfucker was shaking those out.
They're calling in all the guns here. Hammett, are you the
But he
lead
put
officer
it in
here,
the
Hammett?
fucking wallet. That was stupid.
Who's the lead officer here?
Why the fuck would you do that?
Lieutenant who? Hong?
The dude was
He's
like,
out there
okay.
on the street, or
Sweet.
with this guy? Oh, hey, can I have a word with you real quick?
What do you want to talk about?
What's your name?
We'll talk right here.
Okay.
All right, turn off the camera and we'll talk. All right, turn off the camera and we'll talk.
Well, hand me your service gun and we'll talk.
Sure, now you're being silly.
Yeah, you're being
Now
silly. You're being silly.
All right.
You're gonna tell me to
I'm
turn
not
off my
gonna talk
camera.
to you. You're trying to bait us into a debate.
Here, dude.
Are you challenging me to a fight or something?
No.
So you're challenging me to a
No,
fight?
no,
or what
I'm
do you want-
not. You're a
what do you
fucking
wanna do?
idiot.
Don't take one more step forward. To me, we'll talk. But we're not going to talk with 8 cameras going.
Because you don't want to be held accountable for what you're about to say, right? You sure got baited into fucking looking like a douchebag. Yep. Yep. Tell him to walk away. Call your dog off,
the female
lady.
cop was trying
Call
to
your
save
dog
him.
off, lady.
She was trying to
Can I
save
get your
him.
name, sir?
I remember this. This was a good DUI check. This guy is creepy as fuck.
38875, thanks.
My name is Detective Winter.
Detective Winter?
Like Cecil.
Okay. Do you have a serial number as well?
I do. 38875.
38875, thanks. Are you disturbed by my presence here? I didn't give it. I didn't give it.
Would you like to give it to me?
No. You'll see this though. You'll
Thank
see.
you.
Yeah.
He did get the creepiest fucking look. Dude, murder. Detective Winter. Okay, you have it. There, he played it out too in this video. This is fucking awesome. You got if everybody who's here, I know you guys are
Twin Towers, downtown Los Angeles. Hey, your lights aren't on. Just FYI. I would get a ticket for that, but you're above the law.
Lefty.
Does anybody use their lights? Does anybody use their lights at all? Or I would get a ticket for that. You don't have your lights on. I would get a ticket for doing that. You don't have your headlights on. You would give me a ticket for that, wouldn't you? Yeah, he agrees. Why don't you turn your lights on, sir? I don't care. This is a public street, sir. Follow the law. Are you above the law, sir? Are you above the law? Oh. Dude, you see that guy in the back? Yeah. He had such a fucking boner. You above the law? You above the law?
He's like, hell yeah, motherfuckers.
I did that just for him, man.
Fuck them.
I'm sorry? Say again?
Registered for your cameras?
Says who?
Okay, well, the Constitution trumps that.
What law is that? Bye. Bye. Hey, why don't you mind your own business and get out of here? Get out of here. I don't want to hear it. Tell your story walking.
You're fired.
Tell your story walking. Now we're going to film everything. Uh-oh. Oh, my God. There's backup. There's backup. Uh-oh. He can't even get out.
My name's Mind Your Own Business, so good citizen.
Yeah, what's your name?
Go through Crum and fire.
What's your name, ma'am?
Doesn't know the laws.
What's your name, ma'am? How about you, sir? What's your name?
Hey, you know this is private property, right?
No, we're on a public sidewalk.
Okay, so if you want to...
No.
Listen, hold on.
No, we're going to do the talking.
Film?
No.
Yeah, fuck Northrop Grumman.
No.
But this right here is private property.
Fuck all military industrial complex.
That's a public sidewalk, dude.
See that sidewalk right there?
What's your name?
Okay.
What's your name? Get in your car. Get out of here, dude. Get out of here. Get back in your car. Get out of here, dude. Get out of here. Get out of here, tough guy.
Come on,
dude. Dude, get out. What's the problem?
You want to stop assaulting?
Get back in your car. Get out of here, dude. Get out of here. Get out of here, tough guy. No, there's the problem. You just walked right into me. You just walked right into me, fuckstick. What law are we breaking? Tell me. Right now, what law? What law are we breaking? Ma'am, what law are we breaking? No. Do you know the law? Or do you just make up laws as you go along? Do you know the law? Seriously.
The only time I will ever recognize military industrial complex is if we're being attacked. All right, do your shit. Because you did your shit once, do it again. But don't make me have to pay 3/4 of every dollar I earn to fill your pockets.
All I know is
Do you
that
know
you
anything?
cannot film on this property.
Okay,
That's all
what
I'm
law
asking.
is that?
Please
But when
don't
you
film
opened
on
your
the
mouth and
property.
What law is
said something,
that?
you were on public property.
And I asked you not to go
No,
into
you
the private
told us.
property.
No, you told us
Yes.
not to film the property.
Listen, lady, we got it all on film. and
Boy,
see
you're
videos all
not
over
very
the internet.
smart, are you? You are not very
Quite
smart.
non-existent.
You guys train your employees here, or you just it's just the power of Craigslist? You got hired on Craigslist, right?
My name is Johnny50. If you like what I do, if you don't, it's Tom Zebra.
Also, this sidewalk is open, and we're more than happy that you're here. A lot of what we try to do here is raise awareness for DUI, and like it or not, that's what you're going to be helping us out here if you post this in any way, shape, or form. I do have one thing to ask of you.
Certainly.
The paper. You see the chairs and the desks over here?
Okay.
There's going to be paperwork on there, and sometimes medical forms, HIPAA stuff, and people who are detained and arrested, they're not having, that good of a day. So I would just ask you to refrain from recording anything that might be sensitive over there for their privacy.
Do you understand how HIPAA laws work?
I do understand how HIPAA.
So who's on the hook for the private information, me or you?
Okay, just would be you.
It would be me?
We're trying to do our job over there.
You want to double down on that?
Quietly? Yes. Yes. Can you not to go
What's
over
your
there
name?
and film it?
Ferry?
Lieutenant Ferry.
What's your lieutenant?
Yes, sir.
You're lieutenant and you don't understand HIPAA laws.
Well, it looks like when you make over $250,000 a year, you get to make up your own laws.
So what I do understand is they have the right to privacy, and we want to keep it private, so we don't want you to go over there, and I'm asking you not to. The sidewalk is open.
Lieutenant, how many hundreds of calls would you like on Monday morning to? Where are you based out of?
Well, I'm based out of downtown.
Downtown LA?
Yeah.
Okay, are you part of a special task force or for DUI or anything, or?
Yes.
Okay, you are? Okay.
So look, I'm asking to do that for these folks.
I'm asking you to secure their personal information.
You guys have a dedicated trailer, but you're insisting that they fill out private medical information on a public sidewalk? Seriously?
I will secure their personal information to the best of my ability.
If this personal private medical information was so mission critical, they would have found out a way how to secure it by now. Trust me, they don't give a shit.
It's in public view, so you're not securing their personal information. You understand that, right?
I understand that we are doing the best we can under the circumstances in public to secure their information. And part of that is me explaining to you to please respect their right to privacy.
Well, don't touch me. Please don't touch me. It's condescending, if nothing else.
Well,
what I'm asking you to respect their privacy by not. You are, by having their documents visible in public, so much so that you're coming up.
Okay, and you know for a fact what I'm trying to do here. And I understand what you're trying to do.
I'm just telling you how.
I'm not going to play this with you. I'm not going to play this with you.
The law game about how HIPAA laws?
We have to ask and record certain things. Please respect their privacy. That's all I'm going to say on it from now, all right?
Because Lieutenant Webb doesn't really know the law and thinks he might be getting in a little bit too deep here.
If you do interfere, and I know that you're smart enough not to, then I'm going to warn you on that, and we'll take it from there. But the bottom line is
the bottom line is that you're responsible for people's private information.
And that's why I brought it up. Thank you.
Once again, Lieutenant Ferry just doesn't get it. He thinks by telling me not to photograph private information that he has done his due diligence here. No, idiot. The onus is on you.
Okay.
Thank you for being on the same page with me.
I'm not on the same page. I'm asking you to do a better job of protecting their personal information.
Do you have any of their personal information? No.
I'm sorry?
Third time's a charm. Comment below whether you think this is a conscious or unconscious threat.
Do you have any of their personal information? No, because I'm protecting it. I really care about this, and I care about these people that we're detaining. They're not having a good day.
When in the actual fuck will police realize that private information should not be out in public? It's really that simple.
I'm trying to save lives through DUI enforcement, And part
revenue
of that,
revenue collection.
Part of that is arresting people. I do have a job to do here, and I know you have a job to do too, but
Sure.
I can't stand here.
No, no,
all night
absolutely.
and
No,
talk
we're
to
good.
you, so, all right?
We're good, thanks. Should learn some fucking HIPAA laws.
The door of a business. I'm not gonna tell you that.
Okay. If you pass that line there, they're gonna put you under arrest for trespassing.
No, they asked me to leave first, and then if I don't, it's trespassing. Do you often make up laws, officer? What's your name and your badge number?
Do you understand?
What's your name and your badge number? Do you understand?
Let me show you so you can take a picture.
Yes.
All right? There's my badge number and my name.
Del Val. And do you have stripes, or are you a regular
Does
officer?
it look like I have stripes?
I don't know.
Okay.
It sure does. You sure don't act like it.
You've been informed, all right? If you trespass past this
I don't give a
line,
shit.
you're
I
gonna
don't
be
give a
arrested.
shit. Okay, big fucking deal. He came out to me on a fucking public sidewalk.
Well, now you know.
I already knew. Okay. So and you should probably stop making up fucking laws about trespass.
Okay.
It would really behoove your career, officer.
All right. So you understand, right?
This is fucking Christ.
Well, they don't want you past this line.
Okay, great. I was never past it until they. Listen, I was here for 10 minutes before that happened. Yeah, I don't give a fuck. Fuck out of here, dude. Fuck out of here. Do me a favor, officer. You're not being detained. You are free to leave, okay? But stop making up laws, okay? And stop resisting. Del Val, go back to the fucking academy, dude. Yeah, go back to the academy. Stop making up laws, bro. Especially for people that know the fucking law. It doesn't look good on a resume, bro.
How much are the accommodations here? How much to stay in one of these rooms?
Like a 1 week, like 2-bedroom.
I'm just filming with this guy and that guy.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Because I'm the division commander here.
Okay, well, even still, why is that important?
You actually can't come into jails and film.
We didn't
we didn't go into jail.
That says welcome to Central Jail. That's an open lobby, so that
Yeah,
we can't
we-
film it.
You have a secured facility here, correct? So do you think if 3 knuckleheads like us could have gotten into your secured facility?
Oh,
Do you think we would want to break into jail?
We don't know.
Okay, no, I just wanted to just.
to the public information officer with the sheriff's department.
No, we're good.
We're just gonna do it well.
Really help you out. You know.
No, they can suck it easy. I'm out of here.
Yeah, no,
Later,
we
Del
have no interest in. We're here doing a little story. So, I like the architecture. It's very 1965 East Berlin. It's a look. I don't think there was any architect that signed his name to any. He had all the fun that he could take. So.
So hey, I just want to remind you guys again that inside the doors right now, inside the facility, you are not allowed to film inside. Okay?
Sir, go make
It's against the law.
Which law is that? What law? What penal code?
Inside.
Which law?
I'm just letting you know.
If it's
You
against the
have-
law, there has to be a penal
Are
code.
you
Right.
gonna listen to me?
No, we're not. If you tell us the penal code, I will.
No, listen to me.
Listen to me, listen to me.
Next day, sir.
Our policy.
Listen to me. Listen to me.
Commander
Policy
of the
is not
jails.
law. You know that,
This is
right?
about to be the
Your
end of the
oath is
stream,
to
guys.
uphold the law, not
I
policy.
need you to listen.
I need you to uphold the law. Do your job. is what you need to do.
You appear like you want to listen to what
I'm waiting. I'm still waiting for the PC
We
code.
have a policy that
Okay.
says that in order to come inside of the jail,
It's
to use cameras and take pictures
Okay.
and film,
Yeah.
Okay.
We have
you
another-
have
let
to
me-
have a contract with the county to do that.
We have
If you'd
another,
like to do that, I can help you set that up and do that. It's not a problem that happens all the time. But to just arbitrarily go inside the jail and start to film inside the walls, inside any door, you cannot do that.
Yeah,
We
you're
don't
gonna call
allow
What?
our own personnel to take cameras.
That's because it's
phones in there.
policy
Absolutely.
and not law. So because I'm not an employee, I don't need to adhere to your
The
policy.
public cannot do that either. You actually have to get a contract through the county
you're
to
calling right
come
now?
and
Okay,
film.
thanks.
Does that make sense?
No, it doesn't.
We do
attorney's
that all
calling
the
right now.
time, right?
Don't worry about
But
it.
you just can't go in there and do that without having a contract with us. Does that make sense?
My
Like
attorney's
if
actually
Channel
calling
You'll love
4
this, Matt,
or
if you're
Channel
still
7
here.
or Channel 9, it happens all the time. We do it all the time. You just have to have a contract to do it. Does that make sense?
We do.
Can I make up my own contract? I mean,
No, you cannot.
Okay,
And
so
we
it has to be.
facilitate that all the time. So I
Let me-
just want to let you know, okay?
let me guess. Is there a fee attached to said contract?
Absolutely.
Of course. Yeah, I knew. So did you guys swear an oath to uphold the Constitution of the United States?
That's a yes. That's a yes or a no answer. I mean, that's.
Well, I don't know. You know the answer?
I'm guessing yes.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Can be used and held against you in a court of law. Shh, hold on. So what I didn't
Got some stuff lined up for you guys.
What I didn't realize is that's the shh.
Why is it so quiet, dude? No, why is? Maybe I'm just going deaf.
I'm narrating right now. Shh, shh, I'm talking. Please stop talking. Please stop talking. You're ruining it.
Sorry. No pictures of... No pictures.
Can I help you? Mike, can I get you out here in the main hall, please? Might need to call police.
Yeah, I remember the library. That was awesome.
How you doing? What are you doing? Okay. That one?
I'm sorry, sir, but we can't have filming with that. No, I can't be No, I can't be I'm sorry, you have to go to the admin office to get permission to film.
It's fucking awesome. Classic. Nice compilation. He did it himself, of course, which is great. Everybody, I will drop the link one more time. Johnny 50. If you haven't, please like it. Watch it for at least a minute so you can get the view. That's fucking awesome. All right. We're gonna do this. And then we're gonna head out. Yep.
Oink oink. Oink 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 oink. I'm the best piggy. Oink 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 oink. Best piggy in the town. Oink 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 oink. Piggy piggy. Oink 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 oink. I'm a pig. Oink 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 oink. I'm the best piggy. Oink 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 oink. Best piggy in the town. Oink 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 oink. Piggy piggy. Oink 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 oink. I'm a pig. Can I get piggies in the chat? Piggies in the chat. I'm the best piggy. Piggy in the chat. Can I get some oink oink oink? Oink oink, mother truckers. Oink oink. Oink oink. Oink 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 oink. I'm the best piggy. Oink 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 oink. Best piggy in the town. Oink 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 oink. Piggy piggy. Oink 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 oink. I'm a pig. Oink 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 oink. I'm the best piggy. Oink 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 oink. Best piggy in the town. Oink 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 oink. Piggy piggy. Oink 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 oink. I'm a pig. Oink oink. Oink 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 oink. I'm the best piggy. Oink 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 oink. Best piggy in the town. Oink 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 oink. Piggy piggy. Oink 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 oink. I'm a pig. Oink 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 oink. I'm the best piggy.
I'm gonna have to cut this whole section out of this fucking stream, you know that, right?
Oink oink oink. Piggy.
They fucking copyright me every time I play this.
I'm a pig. Can I get piggies in the chat? Piggies in the chat.
The wifey got this
piggy. Piggy in the chat. Can I get some oink oink oink? Oink oink, mother truckers. Oink oink. Oink oink.
Mother truckers.
Oink oink.
Alright guys. That's it. I said yes. Yeah, I'm killing it. I'm blazed. And a bottle of wine intoxicated. Love you guys. We're gonna do the vid on the way out though. Alright. Clear up some of this shit. Oh wait, this is some funny stuff. Here we go.
Only girls can be the mommies. Only boys can be the daddies. Yes, sir. Everybody's fancy. Everybody's fine.
All the kids under the age of 15, come on up here.
Hey, why don't you have a seat right over there?
Has some special stuff. Alright. Let's put in an outro. I have not gotten with Derek, so it's still misspelled. Still good song. You know, the propane and all that shit. Wait, let me see what else I have here. Most of it's pretty disgusting. Yeah. Yeah, let's go with the propane.
I see her rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots and a sexy body full of tats. Baby's bad, oh baby's hella bad. After her there ain't no coming back. Wanna take a run at that. I think she's feeling me, turn it up a few degrees. My imagination of her body gets the best of me. Oh gosh, she's such a tease, bitten lips, bruised knees. I'm addicted to her, need her touching me, cause she got a bad little waist. And we tearing down this place, off the liquor that we chase. Got some egos to the face, baby, I don't need no space. Coming closer for a taste, and I'll show you how I make everything just fade away. Cause she's like sex, drugs, cocaine, body so insane. Jealous of the clothing that she wears up on that tight frame. All game, no shame, baby came here to play. I feel like an addict cause she's sex, drugs, cocaine. Got a fine little body and her mind's kinda naughty. They say that once you taste it, you cannot replace it. She could get you high, all the dopamine inside triggers fast once she's naked. Her body's a creation. They say the devil made her for his entertainment, but even he couldn't learn how to contain it. Her high heels make a damn good statement. There is no replacement, a body by Satan. Cause she got a bad little waist, and we tearing down this place. Off the liquor that we chase, got some egos to the face. Baby, I don't need no space. Coming closer for a taste, and I'll show you how I make everything just fade away. Cause she's like sex, drugs, cocaine, body so insane. Jealous of the clothing that she wears up on a tight frame. All game, no shame, baby came here to play. I feel like an addict cause she's sex, drugs, cocaine.
So close. This is gonna be fun. Love you all. Have a good next 2 weeks. And if you don't come back, hey, I appreciate you being here. I know.